Hey y'all! Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Antonio Garza, and guys, I started a podcast. Can you see this? This is my very first episode of my new podcast, and sorry, I don't know where to look. Things are getting awkward. Quick. Welcome to my new podcast, the very first episode of Not Thriving. Episode 3, Not Thriving. The 5th episode of Not Thriving, N-O-T, Thriving, is back. Yes! Episode 7, guys. The 8th episode. Yeah! Welcome back to this week's episode. Yeah! Episode 15, Not Thriving Podcast. Episode 17, Not Thriving with Antonio Garza Podcast. Guys, who said white girls can't start a podcast? Me and Logan Paul have beef. He was eyeing me down and like, oh, what if you died? Okay. If I have a wedding and my damn makeup artist is staying around just to get some content, we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a really big problem. Because, did I just say we're gonna have problem? Well, I'm really in my minion bag. We're gonna have problem. Okay. Let's talk about this. Clock this. But what if I don't want to clock it? See, everyone wants to talk about, oh, clock this tea. Oh, what if I don't want to? What if I don't want to clock your tea? I was thinking back to also some jokes I used to make. Why did I always call you guys sissies? I used to say, hey, sissies. Oh, I didn't know what that meant. Girl, I was calling y'all some sissies. If you don't know what sissies means, look it up. Hi, that's crazy. But you know what? Honestly, some of y'all are some sissies. So everyone comment down below now. Should I add this to my set? This is sad. Guys, this is sad news. This is really sad news. Gotta have it. Okay, yes, this broke. I got these from Hobby Lobby, and I have a few questions. I really do. Because when these fell to the ground and sadly smashed into smithereens, a few things happened. One, a smell filled the room. A smell of like gasoline, factory, paint thinner realness. Filled the room. I thought this was a bomb. I thought I brought a bomb into my home. But no, it was actually just... Oh, see, people are going to fast forward to this part of the episode and be like, what the hell is going on? But you know what? I wish you guys could smell. It smells... Okay, why do I like it? Hey, so why do I like it? But who doesn't like the smell of paint thinner? I need to bring Hobby Lobby down to the station, except they'd probably shoot me with a gun because we know that they love Trump. But... Same. I'm giving Trumpy. I'm giving Republican. Okay. That life is not fair? Oh, what do you mean? Life is not fair. I wish it was fair. I wish there were rules to this book of life. But there's not. Everyone's like, the Bible. Men who tell women that they shouldn't vape need to burn. Are you joking? Because y'all have heard that. They're like, I don't want a girl who vapes. Okay, and I don't want a man who exists. So seems like we both have to make compromises. Okay. Can a bitch just fucking vape in peace? Like, hello. And then there's a man, I don't want a woman who vapes. I'm like, okay, and you cheat and lie and are ugly. So burn. I'm not kidding. Burn. Sorry. Okay. That's the thing. Like, you would have done it too for a check or for the D. Okay. But I want to let it be known that, guys, you could do anything that you believe. I didn't know how to style a wig 3 days ago. Now look at me. But it's true, like, you don't have to be spending a bunch of money to get what you want. Like, there's always ways around things. I'm in my minion bag. I told you guys this. Things to do is today's. And don't get me started on eyebrow blindness. Don't get me started. You people are crazy. If there's one person on this planet who has heard about the eyebrow blindness enough, it is yours truly, Antonio Garza. Antonio Garza. That's me. I've heard it. I've had it. Because I know I have it. I know. But this is the thing. I don't care what people think about me. Like, I know they say, like, people can't be truly confident. And even the most confident of person is, like, not that confident. And I think I'm going to defy odds by saying that I am actually quite confident. And it's not something I, like, lose sleep over. I know I might look a little cray. I know I might look a little crazy. But what is that going to, like, who really cares? Like... Okay, I'm not making a very good point here. See how like me raising my eyebrows, like this one just goes and the other one just doesn't. This one's like hyped up and it's ready to have fun. This one is like, it's bored and it doesn't want to have fun. Wow, it's like me. That's so me. That's so me. Okay. Me and my 2 different personalities. I'm just a struggling influencer these days. Brooke and Tana talked about this outfit on their podcast when they were reviewing Coachella outfits. And maybe it was my execution. Maybe it was my vibe. But they said it looked awful. So don't become an influencer if you don't want to feel hurt about the way you look. If I'm 22 in 2025 in September, how old would I be in 2017 in September?
What would you do if when you okay, so he said yes would go?
Okay, so that wasn't helpful. I never especially get mad at women because behind every woman's wrong, there's a man. Every time. Every time. I hate when guys are like, yeah, my ex was crazy. You know what that means? We all know, at this point, we all know what that means. It means that you're disgusting. It means that you're a fucking crazy person. But even then, I give men grace too, because I understand. Actually, no, I don't. I'm lying. I just lied to your face. I have a strong opinion about men. It's actually almost bad. It's like misogyny, but like the opposite for men. I cannot feel empathy for a man. I don't ever feel happy for men. And I said this on my Instagram story a few weeks ago, and people really agreed. Nothing that a man ever does, ever, will impress me. Nothing that a man does will impress me. Ever. Unless he's gay. And then we can make exceptions. But why do I have to be excited for you? That's disgusting. Why would I be happy for you? Okay. Anyways, behind all the women who hate me in the world, it's not my fault. It's a man's fault. All the women being like, okay, the man in question. Guys, who said white girls can't be happy? Okay. Anyways, but yeah, so I just wanted to say that really quick. Another thing I want to say is, if you have ADHD, it's time to just stop talking and start focusing. I took a photo in this outfit in 2019, turned myself into the sim version of a Kylie Jenner. Like, that's what I morphed myself into using Facetune. I can't even begin to replicate the true monstrosity that happened that day. Facetune saved my damn life. I literally looked like the sim version of like Bella Hadid with that Facetune. Like, I thought I was Kim. I thought I was Kim. And hey, all power to me. All power to me. Let's not act like the girls weren't tuning and booning. The girls were tuning and gooning. Face tuning and gooning at Coachella. Like, please. That's what no one wants to talk about. No one wants to talk about the gooning dolls at Coachella. They're everywhere. You saw that Ferris wheel. James Charles, I'm looking at you. I don't know. There's always people who will come on my page. Come on my page. That sounds like such a millennial like sentence. People come on my page and leave hate. Okay. And what am I supposed to do about that? Okay. And my fat rolls are showing. Okay. Guys, I love being fat. Honestly, like, one thing about me is I will collect like terms. Like, now my list is really long. I can make my list really long. Instead of a Latina baddie, I'm a Latina fatty. Okay, sorry. Is that offensive? Well, it's not, because that's what I am. Guys, also, sometimes I forget that I'm half white. I really do be forgetting that. And that's kind of sad, because maybe I should embrace my whiteness. No, that's not true. Because every year on Halloween, I usually do at least one Halloween look of someone who's white, and I usually end up looking like long legs. Like, it's just not my thing. Like, I may have white in me, but white is not who I am. Like, that is not who I am. I hope from the bottom of my soul that you could take a shit in front of me. I really want to be the person that you could take a shit in front of. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to feel embarrassed. If I come up on your phone screen, or if you're watching my podcast as you're taking a shit, don't feel embarrassed. I've been there. Hey, I really hope that you could take a shit in front of me. Okay, what am I saying? What am I saying?
Don't blame me and pass the buck on everybody else. You screwed up.
Don't blame me and pass the buck on everybody else. You screwed up. Do you guys remember the Charlie from Dunkin' Donuts? Oh my God. I would drink a large Charlie from Dunkin' Donuts every day for like months. When I tell you that was the skinniest I've ever been, I would be shitting daily. Like, violent. Like, girl, you know Charlie D'Amelio. I probably shouldn't finish that sentence. I'm sorry, Charlie. But I could speak for myself and say that, well, I had violent diarrhea when I drank the Charlie drink from Dunkin' Donuts. And I know many of us did. But, girl, I still drank it. That shit was yummy. I should get one. Next episode, I'm gonna have a Charlie in hand. Trust. Brands think I'm nasty. But also like an influencer sitting here complaining about not getting brand deals is like probably worse than just like, probably worse. What did I do? Probably worse than like, I think it's just the worst thing ever. So it's worse than nothing. This is the worst. You guys see it too. Random influencers promoting something that they probably got paid $30,000 for. Me, I get paid nothing. I get paid nothing to do nothing. Okay, so I guess that makes sense. Anyways, influencer schizophrenia. It's the influencer influenza. Have you heard of it? It's going around quick. You'll get it too. The influencer influenza. It's affecting everyone. Here's the side effects. Schizophrenia, brain-eating amoeba, and delusion. Next thing to talk about is that I am really awesome. Okay, if I didn't know my vibe and I like clicked on one of my videos, I would be like, this bitch is really fucking annoying. And that is what scares me. Like, it's scary.
Pick me. Oh, I'm so weird. I'm so different.
Shut the hell up.
Well, you guys, this is my sickly baby, you guys. That's the one that I have to take to the hospital, go get tested in a couple. I'm not going to explain nothing else because she don't want me to. Guys, it's triples. Galaxy is 3,000. If y'all want me to tell y'all about my baby girl's health, go ahead and send the Galaxies. 3,000.
I'm going to start doing that. I'm literally going to start doing that. I'm going to be like, guys, I just got diagnosed with an STD. I don't want to talk about it. But send me a Galaxy if you want to know which one. Like, that kind of gags me. But then again, if that was my mother, like being on a serious note, guys, let's get serious. If that was my mother, oh, I'd be a Menendez brother quick. Like, okay, wait, that's... Ashley Trevino is a Trumpy. That is the sentence. That is the statement. That is the joke. That's it. It says what it needs to say. I have been an Ash but an onlooker since October of last year. October. I was there for months before anyone found out about her, before Santos, before all of this. Y'all are embarrassing. Y'all will do anything for clout. They do anything for clout. Me sitting here talking about them to get clout. Emma Chamberlain, sorry that me copying your editing style made you want to die. Love you. Always have loved you. And see, podcasts are the devil. They always bring out the worst in people. And I think it's happening right now. I met Abby Lee Miller. And was she in her wheelchair? Yes. Therefore, I met Abby Lee Miller. I met Abby Lee Miller in her wheelchair. This is big news. Guys, this was during Halloween. Throwback. So this was in Halloween. I went to the lamest party you could ever imagine. Guys, LA parties going down these days because this was lame. It was lameness. It was full of freaks. It wasn't full of freaks, but it was, I mean, I was there, so I guess it was. And Abby Lee Miller was there. So wait, yes, it was full of freaks. This LA party was at a random hotel. It was like kind of open to the public, which I don't understand because Abby Lee Miller was just there. Sorry. I went to this party and it was really lame. I got a $60 overpriced double shot tequila soda. Hey, could someone come and slap me in the face for doing that, by the way? Thank you. So then what happened is we were going to leave the party because the party was lame. Classic. And then we turn around, start walking out the door. And then who do I see? Abby Lee Miller in her wheelchair. And this is really big news because, as you guys know, #1 Abby Lee Miller cosplayer right here. This is me. Guys, and we know, you guys, I think I've used this damn photo 17 times on this podcast already. So I'm sorry, but I can't let it die because the people love me as Abby Lee Miller. This is what I'm learning about myself is that you guys like to see me cosplay white people. So I'm locking into being whiteness. I'm going to start embracing my whiteness. I got a lot of pushback from my family from the episode where I said that I forget that I'm white. Apparently, being white is the way to go. Abby Lee Miller was just in front of me and she was in her wheelchair and she had like a crew of gays, goals. I need that soon, coming soon. But she had a crew of gays behind her who are just like there, I guess. And then we went up to her, started freaking out. First thing she did was she went, stop. So I was like, okay, perfect. Thank you. I got the Abby Lee Miller scolding. And then I was like, okay, what do I do in this moment? Do I say hi? Do I say love you? No. I'm going to show her a photo of me as Abby Lee Miller. I don't know why. And is that wrong? I don't think so. I pulled up a photo of me as Abby Lee Miller and I said, look, it's you. This was me for Halloween. And she took a good look and she said, yep. Oh, so my boobs really were that big. Guys, I don't think I've ever been that like stressed out and flabbergasted in a moment in my life. The only thing I could think to say to her after I just showed Abby Lee Miller a photo of me as her and then she commented about her boobs all I could think to say was, it's the best I've ever lived. So yeah, and then she was like, and I think she wanted us to go away. So then we did. But I'm not kidding. It was magical. Guys, who said Latina girls can't wear jeans? Guys, who said fat girls can't be happy? We need to have just a single, like a full 2020 episode to go through the deep, dark trauma that all of us faced, because we all faced it. We all faced it and we all felt it, and we're still feeling it deep within us. And that's why I don't like when the emo girls, the ex-emo girls are like, I was a freak in 2020. I was a freak. And now I like hydro flasks. It's like, okay, girl, that freak is still in you. Like, I'm going to match your freak one day. Like, you're going to want to match my freak. Okay. Actually, no, they're not. Something else I want to talk about was that killing yourself with a toaster in a bathtub is really drama. Has anyone actually ever done that? Or is that just like a trope? I'm sorry. Is that offensive? If someone's actually done that, then like, I'm sorry. I feel you. I understand you, and you are valid. Well, they're not watching this. Dare. What is dare? Dare to not do drugs. I've never done drugs though. I'm not kidding. My brain is truly at a point where like bad things are already happening in my head. I feel like if I took a drug, I would end it all. That's sad. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be such like a negative Nelly. I want to be a positive puss. The number one thing that y'all love to say to me when you meet me, so many people love to say this. They always say, oh, I used to watch your videos in class. I used to watch your YouTube videos in class with my friends. Oh, y'all didn't pay attention. Y'all were not listening to your teachers. What the hell is that about? Oh, it makes a lot of sense. Oh, I see. We're more similar than you may think, because I also was watching YouTube videos in class. But like, why was that a thing? I've had people tell me that they watched my videos in class on the projector screen, like with their teachers watching, like the whole class watching my videos. That is a nightmare. That is a nightmare. God forbid anyone ever puts this podcast on like, I don't know, like a projector of any sort. No groups of people need to be watching my podcast together. Unless y'all are like besties, then like that's everything. People have literally, and multiple people too, have told me that they have watched my YouTube videos in class with their whole class and the teacher. It's class everything, and the teacher lives next door. Like, that is terrifying. That is nastiness. Gotta have it. Okay, my bling lipstick. Gotta have it. She is the original cigarette mom. And I want a full course meal of that right now. My mom didn't smoke cigarettes. Well, she did. Sometimes my parents would go in the garage and smoke cigarettes. And they would come back in the house and like tuck me in to go to sleep. And I would start crying because I was like, Mom, you smell like cigarettes. Mom, you're gonna die. And I remember one time I wrote in my journal, I think I still have it at home, of like, it's like scribbly handwriting, like all like drama. I'm like, my parents are smoking cigarettes. They're gonna die. And I started crying. And then I probably like fell asleep and then like woke up and got like bullied. I want to tell you guys a story that I've actually never told before anywhere to really anyone. I wanted a vape really bad. I really wanted a vape, and no, not a little Elf bar, not a little Puff bar. This was way before that. This was even before Juul. I wanted like a box mod, big fat vape to be hitting with my friends. Like no nicotine, like that wasn't the goal. It was just, I wanted smoke out of my mouth. Like I really wanted this vape. And the way to buy things like this when you're that age, I don't know if it was just me or if it was a universal experience. Please sound off and let me know. On Snapchat stories, people would literally be selling like vapes and like, you know, crazy stuff that you shouldn't be selling. So one time I saw a guy, he was selling a vape, and I thought, yes, I need to have this. And it was $80, which for 14-year-old me was the equivalent of about $80,000. Like that amount of money could change my life. Like that's insane. I slid up on a story and I was like, hey, can you come to this address? Like, would you be able to do that? I have the money. Because I think I had just gotten money from like chores or something. I had the money. So I was like, okay, can I please, can I buy this vape from you? Like, let me have it. Will you drive to me? Because he said he could drop off. So I was like, okay, let's do it. I felt so cool. I'd never done anything like this before, but I was like, okay, let's just do it. And you guys will never guess what happened. So he came to my house. I met him at the front of the apartment complex, and, you know, he pulled up in a nice car with some friends, and I was like, okay, keep in mind, me being so ugly. Like him and his friends were so cool pulling up in a BMW, like driving, like, and I was a disgusting 14-year-old with huge eyebrows and like wearing just like a t-shirt and like Nike Pro shorts, like just not the vibe, really not the vibe. And he comes and he's like, okay, well, can you give me the money? And I was like, okay, yeah. So I gave him the money and he looks at it and then just stares at me. And I was like, okay. I was like, hey, where's the vape? Can I have the vape now? And he looks at me and he starts looking in his bag. And it was a Louis Vuitton backpack. And I was like, okay, wow, nice. Like he's going to pull it out for me. I'm going to get my vape on. Vape-nation. And then he pulls out, a gun. Yeah, so he holds it to me. And this is where the story gets a little unfunny because I got so scared. There was a gun to me. That was the only time I've ever had a gun pulled on me, thankfully. And it was so scary. It was really, really, really scary. But I think, honest to God, and this is the sad part, this is the really sad part, I think what I was more upset about was that I didn't have my vape. That he didn't give me the vape. I was like, cool, nice gun. Where's my vape? Which is so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing, but I kind of didn't care a little, but like it was scary. But I was concerned about my $80, $30,000. Like, wow, like that's a lot of money. So I get scared. I'm like, okay, hey, what the hell? Why is there a gun in my face? Huh? Hey, little question. Hey, just a little question. Why is there a gun in my face? No, but it's okay. You don't have to answer. If you want to let me know, it'd be nice to know why there's a gun in my face. Hey, so let me know. Thankfully, he just drove away. So they sped away, took my money, didn't get my vape. The worst thing I've done in my life, I'm going to be honest, was spend money on online high school. Online high school is the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Girl, I was paying a disgusting amount of money for private online high school. Disgusting. I still wish I can get every single one of those dollars back to this day. Oh my God, it was like tens of thousands of dollars to this stupid online high school, Laurel Canyon Online High School. It's time to die. But you know what the gag is? The reason why I picked that high school is because Kylie Jenner like graduated from there. So I'm the embarrassing freak now, it seems. It seems all my mistakes are my fault. That's so embarrassing. But y'all know the photo of Kylie where she's so sickening with her diploma, like... I'll put a picture of it. Like, everyone knows that damn photo, and it was so sickening, and it said Laurel Canyon, whatever the hell. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. It was, ew, fuck that school. Fuck Laurel Canyon High School, private online high school. I hate you. The D and S. DS was everything to me. Let's talk about what DSs we had. Guys, okay, the freak just came out. The freak flag was starting to fly. I'm literally gonna tear it down. Like it's a pride flag. I think I could be a good actor. Who else thinks I could be a good actor? I don't know. Like, okay, let me try. Should I try like pretend to be sad or something? You never made me happy. You always made me sad. Okay, wait. I sound like 11. Maybe I should be cast in a role where I just don't talk. Like, I just don't need any lines. I am a Sagittarius, and I think I resonate with that. I know that Sagittarius people are supposed to, like fall deeply in love with other Sagittarius, and that has happened to me. So that reigns true. But then here's where things get weird. I can't with like the compatibility. Like, don't try to tell me that Sagittarius and Pisces don't get along, because girl, my best friend in the world is a Pisces, and like, it's just like this. But like, according to astrology, it's not. Like, don't piss me off. And then also, people who really want to come up to me at like parties and talk to me about my astrology, girl, you're slurring your words. I don't think you know about the truth. Tell me about your rising. Tell me about how my rising works with my moon. Tell me about this and that. Like, it is the most okay, now I'm being a bitch. Guys, I'm sorry. Guys, now I'm being a bitch. But do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Because like, it is such a complicated thing. I understand that it's very real, in the sense that the stars do exist, and this is like a chart that people made. So I'm not trying to diss on it. But what I'm saying is that I don't believe it, because like, do y'all really know what you're talking about? Because if it was like an astrologist telling me about my star sign and my compatibilities with other people and like breaking down my chart and giving like some nuance to it. So where it's not just like, oh, you're a Sagittarius, you must be so fun. Like, okay, actually I'm the worst person ever. Wait till you find that out. But like, I just don't like believe everything I hear. So someone let me know, should I do more research on this? Should I break it down? Should I tell you guys about my star chart? Do you guys care? I don't think I do. So anyways, freaks, unite. I just had to stop recording for like 30 minutes to figure out there's a problem with my SD card.
You can see my SD card folder is empty. Let's go check the recycle bin. Return to the desktop and double click the trunk to open the recycle bin folder. You'll see the deleted photos of the SD card are not in this folder, right?
I saw a TikTok today talking about the Ariana Grande smile. I've got that shit on lock. But that was the old her. Don't get me started. Enough! Guys, I've been arrested before. We know this. I've been arrested many times. Okay, one time. But I think today's the day I'm actually gonna get arrested because okay, let me be real. I did something I've never done today, but it's because I had to do it out of the love of my heart. Like, you guys would do it too. I pirated music. Lock me the hell up. Okay, what are you gonna do about it? I pirated the Ariana Grande Charlie XCX song. It's not out yet, but it leaked and I had to like literally hack the mainframe to like get into it and download it. And that I did. The Ariana Grande haters need to die. Death. Okay, maybe not that, but something similar. Wait, I think I'm going blind. I'm not kidding. Guys, I'm going blind. I can't see. Guys, I'm wearing contacts that I like shoveled up from the bottom of like the pits of hell. Like, I'm not kidding. These contacts, I haven't worn them in like 6 months. They shouldn't be worn. Like, my eyes are bleeding. They're bleeding internally. I can't see it in my left eye. Helen color tease. Anyways, hi, lore check. I started this trend 4 years ago after stealing a Trump sign with my friends randomly during COVID. I stole the Trump sign. I was like, what do I do with this? And then I got the idea to do my makeup like a Republican, as any normal person would. Yes, that's something I would do. Yeah, my vibe is kind of just stealing things and then making fun of people. Yeah, that's kind of my vibe. So then it became a trend, but no one wants to credit me. Hi. No one wants to credit me as the starter of this trend. The only people who know I started this trend are you guys. But I'm like, guys, who remembers me? It was me. Let's make this about me. It was me. I started the trend. So anyways, naturally, I had to do everything I could to get the attention back on me. So I made a second rendition, and this time a different girl came. It was the same girl, but she's different. It's so nice to meet you. Yes, you may have seen me before. I am a singer. Yes, I do sing. God made girl. Jeffree Star and Alabama Barker, two of my favorite people, especially Alabama Barker. I just saw her go on live the other day and talk about why she's not going to vote. And she goes, maybe I'll vote next year. That's my sister. It's so weird to think about how, I don't know, such powerful figures in social media used to be so gay, and now I feel like they're not. Back then, it used to be like, okay, put on a little lipstick and a blush and a big fat brow, and you're set up for success, mama. Now it's like, okay, let's start practicing how to say slurs. Like, we need to fix this country. Let's hire Jaclyn Hill as like VP of business. Girl, she has 90,000 businesses, and she seems rich. Nikki Tutorials, VP of United States Immigration, even though she unfollowed me on Instagram. Jeffree Star, Agriculture. James Charles, National Security. We need to hire them. That's what our country needs at this point. That's where it's looking. Let's replace RFK Jr. with Freely the Banana Girl. I think that might work out for us as a country. I just feel like there's hope there. And you see it too. And not saying I should have been invited to the Oscars, because there was not one person who was gagging to see me do a glam bot. I don't think I'm quite there yet. The people haven't woken up. But, woke. Guys, one time I overdosed on vitamins because I saw Spencer from Pretty Little Liars taking Adderall, and I thought it was really cool, so I did it myself. Guys, it's time for another embarrassing story. It's time for me to spill my truth yet again. Because, guys, I was susceptible as a child. I realized that the true core, the problem in my life that started everything was Pretty Little Liars. Because, guys, I'm telling you the damn truth. I saw Spencer take Adderall, and it was like an arc of the show. She was like doing Adderall, and I thought it was really cool. I thought it was sickening. I was like, wow, you could do drugs and start typing really fast? Please. Where are they? So I went to my mom's medicine cabinet, and what did I find? Oh, I found pills. And I didn't know what the pills were. I just saw that they were big fat pills. And I was like, okay, so if I take a bunch of pills, it's the same thing. I guess I thought that all pills were just the same thing. So I was like, give me the pills. And so I just started taking a bunch of pills. They weren't like drugs, but I think it was just vitamins. I don't know. It could have been antibiotics. Yes, I took a bunch of pills because Spencer from Pretty Little Liars told me that they were cool. Told me that taking pills was cool. So yes, I took pills. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe that fucks with my brain. Maybe that's why I am the way I am. Maybe that's why I'm disgusting. You know, something shifted. My brain got all mushy when I was 13 years old. I don't know what happened. And this is why I'm talking about my ex trauma, is because I realized that I think that's why I started stealing. Pretty Little Liars taught me about stealing and doing drugs, both of which I was a victim to. I was so vulnerable. I want to think that I'm a strong-headed person, and I always wish to convince myself that I was, you know, a smart child. But I guess I was just a little vulnerable because, yes, once I saw Hannah steal on Pretty Little Liars, I was like, okay, my turn. And I decided that, yes, it's my turn to steal. Next thing I want to talk about is a bit of my stealing lore, which, who's excited to talk about that? Guys, don't steal. It's just not the thing to do. It's cute at first because, yes, you can get free things very easily from stealing. Like, it's the truth. We know this. Like, it's not very hard to steal, but to steal and get away with it, that's where it's hard. You will eventually get caught. That's what happened to me, is I got so confident with it that one day I was like, oh, I'm gonna steal 70,000 things. And then I went to jail. So, but yeah, so I have this story though about something I forgot about until the other day. Back in the day, I used to have this obsession with hand sanitizers and lip balms. I owned hundreds because it was a thing on Instagram for like you to make accounts reviewing PocketBacs and lippies. And that's exactly what I did. Now we get to the ugly part of the story, which is where I did steal money. That's where my stealing journey kind of began because I needed to keep up my flow. I needed to keep up with my account. I can't keep reviewing the same damn things. I need more. One time I was at Bath & Body Works, and also keep in mind, my parents were not very supportive of this. Not because they thought it was like bad. They just didn't want me to spend money on like 17 hand sanitizers. But anyways, my mom would always get pissed when I would buy things. So I would always hide them from her. But one time I went with my friend, bought 20, stole like 7, which kind of makes sense. Like, does that make sense to anyone else? Like that, I was still being moral with it. Like I still bought a few, but then I stole a few more. You know what I'm saying? So I was being moral. But anyways, one day my mom saw the bag. You know, she was like, are you kidding? Did you really just purchase all of these? And I was like, yeah, it's like for my Instagram. It's for my PocketBac reviewing Instagram. I need them. Don't you know? And girl, she was like, what the hell? Like, we don't need, girl, what the hell? She was like, we're returning these. This is not happening. We're done. You're returning these right now. I was like, okay. That would be fine if I didn't steal 7 of them. Because what are they going to do when I go to say, hi, Bath & Body Works employee. Hi, can I return these? Show her the receipt. 15 on the receipt. 7 not on the receipt. Like, what do you do in that situation? I don't know. I do know. Because at this point too, this was the beginning of my stealing phase. My mom didn't know that I was stealing. So I remember like she, brought me back, grabbed the bag, like, I'm taking these back. And we like went to Bath & Body Works. I was freaking out. The F out. So we go to the Bath & Body Works counter. I give her my bag and I'm like, literally, like I can't explain the fear. That fear was almost as bad as when I got arrested because I thought I was about to get arrested. So she's like returning them and then she's like, oh, there's a few in here that aren't on the receipt. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Actually, I don't think I said anything. Girl, my ass. I was like I didn't have any words. There are no words. And so I just kind of let it run its course. I think she probably knew that I stole them, especially because the fact that my mom made me come in and return them, she might have thought that like she caught me stealing, but I don't know. She kind of didn't gaff. Like, girl, this was a random Bath & Body Works employee in like suburbs of Austin, Texas. Like she didn't give a freak. She really didn't give a freak. But that really scared me. Also, hi, guys, I'm a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, DCC, BBC. Bad Baby and Alabama Barker are beefing. I never thought I would be so lucky to see the day. Sorry, pause. Bad Baby is a star. And I've always said this. I know Cash Me Outside. I know this and that. I know whatever the hell. You guys, enough. Her music is magical. Her music is fierce. I'm team Bad Baby. I'm sorry. I'm always team Bad Baby. That's my sister. And she got diagnosed with cancer, which is so sad. And like, just, it makes me really, really, really sad because she's too young for this. Anyways, now to more important things that I want to touch on. Guys, jellyfish. What do we know about jellyfish? We know that they live in the ocean. We know these things. I was stung by a jellyfish. This is something that really did happen. It happened to me in Port Aransas. No, I'm sorry, I'm lying. This happened to me in Florida, of course. I got stung by a jellyfish because my parents thought it was okay for me to go into the ocean and with a plastic bucket. You know, a plastic bucket with scratches on it. It's like blue and with a yellow little plastic flimsy handle, bleached by the sun. One of those. I went into the ocean and started scooping up jellyfish. So I had a bucket, a plastic bucket full of live jellyfish, and I thought it was just for fun. What's weird though is that why were these waters infested with jellyfish? These are the questions that we don't have answers to. But I got stung, inevitably. I think me and all the other kids who were in there got stung by jellyfish, and I tried to pee on it and it just didn't fix it. So whoever said that peeing on a jellyfish... What happens if you just pee on the jellyfish? Would it die? No, peeing on a jellyfish does not kill it. Okay, so that's really boring. The hell? But yeah, so after I got peed on... Wait. After I got stung by a jellyfish, I tried to pee on the wound. It didn't fix it. It just felt like it hurt. It really stung. I don't know. I can't really explain the feeling of being stung by a jellyfish. If you know, you know. There's no need for jellyfish to exist. And I know it's like, oh, the ecosystem, if one thing dies, everything goes out of whack. No. This isn't true. Not to me. The jellyfish are worthless. Like, jellyfish are literally just like Jell-O with an attitude. Why do they exist? There's no reasons. I do wonder how do jellyfish have sex? Huh? Explain if jellyfish have sex in gay terms. Imagine jellyfish is part of the world where sex is more about the vibe than the human ideals of sexual orientation or identity. Jellyfish in their natural state do a bit of free-for-all when it comes to reproduction. They don't form relationships or partnerships in the way humans do. They just want to pass on their genes. Here's where it gets fun. Jellyfish have both male and female types, and they'll release their eggs and sperm into the water hoping for a good mix. Sometimes a male jellyfish might try to fertilize another male's eggs. Gay! Okay, sorry. Sometimes male jellyfish try to fertilize another male's eggs just as a joke. Okay. So now they're silly. So now I take it back. Jellyfish, like, they're kind of a vibe. They're kind of like into that gay shit. Okay. I think it's a misconception that asking ChatGPT to explain things in gay terms makes it easier to understand, because listen to what they just said. They said, in short, jellyfish sex could be seen as fluid, carefree, and experimental kind of deal, where labels like gay don't really apply, but the vibe is about connection and needing to define it. I don't think a single one of those words is real. So what we learned is nothing. Next topic. I have a lot of things to talk about the liberal Hollywood agenda. I have a lot to talk about. Glambots are pissing me off these days. I made a TikTok about this and it got so much hate. People were really hating on me because of my take on the glambot. I'm done with the glambot. I'm done. I don't need to see any more of this. I don't need to see one more bitch on my For You page after an event go, if I can't go to the Oscars and get a glambot, I'll do my own glambot right here, right now. Okay, now I'm feeling more content with my opinions now, because now I got my own glambot on my own accords. No, but seriously, guys, it's supposed to be like this weird thing where it's like, okay, look at this sickening celebrity turn around in slow motion. But like that whole fantasy has been like crushed because, as I said in my TikTok and as I just kind of pointed to, bitch, they're letting anyone in front of those cameras these days, girl. So I'm thankful to the flops who get glambots, because it made me realize that it's actually just kind of dystopian and weird all around for me to like be expected to gag at some random at J-Lo going, like, the only people who are allowed to have glambots are a few people. Some influencers do it well. Bretman Rock, gag. Quenlin, gag. Who else? Haley Bailey, I don't like her. Okay, listening, bye. I would love to know. So this is why I like to leave off these episodes with questions. My question, how dare you? Let's take a break for our sponsor. I'm just kidding, I don't have a sponsor. But can you guys imagine, what if I did? Anyways, now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, it's kind of sickening. I'm pissed because one of my ops is at the Oscars. I'm like, okay, I'm going to start doing that to the people who I'm their ops. We need to find the people who hate me, and we need to put me in the Oscars so that, okay, me trying to convince someone. I'm like, please let me in. Imagine me on the carpet like this. Okay. Why do I look like that one girl who keeps losing the Oscar for the music? Diane something. Who knows about her lore? Anyways, to be loved is to be changed. And I think you guys love me. You guys should really start loving me because maybe you need to change me. But anyways, I remembered a story the other day of this was when I was, single, dating, feeling crazy. There was this guy, he's an influencer. I don't know his name. Sorry. I would say it, but I don't. But he's like a cute guy. And I saw him on Bumble one day and we matched. We matched on Bumble. And this is the funny thing is that he is so attractive, I guess conventionally, that I knew it was a fake account because I knew he would just never match with me. And then I checked the names and it was a fake account. It was a catfish. The guy I matched with was not the guy who I was looking at, catfish. But I didn't fall for it. I didn't even message him. But I just thought it was funny because I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, this guy, like I know him kind of. And like I saw him on Bumble, like, ooh, like, oh. So then I saw him in real life a few days later and I was like, oh my God, like you'll never guess, like I matched with like a fake you on Bumble. Like how funny is that? Like someone's catfishing as you. And he was like, oh yeah, that wasn't me. I'm sorry. No, I can't even convey the bad vibes. I can't even convey the evilness that was literally thrust upon me. I was just trying to be a sister. Honestly, I was just trying to be a sister because I think this man was gay. I think he was gay and like not in a bad way. Wait. I was trying to be a sister and I don't think it was working with him. I don't think he liked it because I was trying to let him know casually and nicely that someone was, I think, catfishing him on Bumble. And he literally looked at me with the most deadpan, scary influencer eyes you've ever seen and went, that wasn't me. Sorry. Sorry? What do you mean sorry? So you're going to look at me. Oh, you're going to look at me and say sorry? So you think I want you like that? Girl. You're gay. Okay, I don't even know if he is. But anyways, I was pissed. I was like, what do you mean sorry? Like, take the damn joke. No, it wasn't even a joke. I was just being a sister. Like, come on. Let me be your sister. Of course, everything shapes me into the person I am. But that was extra like, oh my God. It's the everything for me. Guys, did you know that people who have BBLs have stinky booty? People who have BBLs, they have stinky booties. Yes. I used to want a BBL so bad up until I found out this information. I'm not kidding. I love the look. I think it's flattering. Maybe I'll still get one. Maybe I'll risk having a broccoli butt, a rotten broccoli smelling booty. But I just found out that people who have BBLs, sometimes their sit down air smells bad. Their sit down air smells like sewage. And hey, it's just something to think about. Every time you see someone with a BBL on your FYP going, oh, on the IG, oh, hey, they have nasty booty syndrome. It could happen because I heard that either the incisions don't properly close, either the incisions don't properly close a lot of the time for people who get BBLs, or the tissue can start to go into necrosis and die. It's common. It's a common thing. I saw there's a statistic. Someone said that like half the people she smells with BBLs smell like booty butt cheese. Like I'm sorry. And I think what makes me laugh is just like imagining a few people in my head who have BBLs and like them smelling like rotten broccoli crock-pot deluxe. Like honestly, kind of a vibe. Like if you think about it, Coachella diet, just if you get hungry, go near someone who has a BBL, you won't be hungry anymore. Best Coachella diet on the market. Nasty fat booties, big fat booties, smelly fat booty. Okay, wait. But no one talks about this. And I almost got a BBL. Y'all would have been catching me stinking up the place. My sit down air would have smelled like earring backs. Like no one wants that. I'm done. That's actually disgusting. That's disgusting. But like, okay, that's probably not true for most people. Like no way Kylie Jenner is walking around smelling like earring backs. Like that's just not happening. But hey, maybe. We don't know. Someone tell me about this. I need to know. BBL Nation is out to get me. BBL Nation is out to get me. I'm on defense mode of who? Me. Because BBL Nation, they're coming for me. The smelly BBLs. Oh, I could smell them from here. Why am I being attacked and abused? I'm being attacked and abused on TikTok. They were pissed. They were pissed at me because I pointed out a minor flaw in, you know, the life-changing surgery that they got done. And it did not go over well, honey. It did not. It did not. They're upset. Guys, get your guns and get ready to use them. It's the sissies and BBL war. The sissies versus BBL boxing match. Who will win? Missed you guys. Who missed me? Who missed me? Who's with me? Okay, I want to quickly talk about something that has been annoying me for years. Years, I tell you, years. Obviously, dating apps, they're a good time. I'm going to be honest. Like, I do miss them. Not because I want to be in a relationship, but it's just fun scrolling through people. Like, how fun is that? Like, I need that, but just for no reason. Like, let me just scroll through people. I guess that's Instagram. So now it doesn't seem as fun. But you know what I'm saying? Like, dating apps are just fun. There's no better activity in the world than meeting up with friends, going through their Hinge or their Bumble on like AirPlay on the TV. Like, there is just nothing more fun and being like doing a little game. Like, that Hinge is a game. Hinge is a game. But I want to talk about a different app today. One that I was never on. I've been living in LA for about 4 years now. And, you know, the biggest app here is Raya. Raya is just, I know every single one of my friends are on it, have been on it, have gone on dates from people with Raya. And it's a very interesting thing because, you know, even me talking about Raya right now solidifies the fact that they're never going to let me on because they have like a team of freaks, and yes, freaks, who go around, watch people's videos and like make sure that they're not being mentioned. Or if they are being mentioned, it has to be like with their rules. Like, you can't talk about going on dates with people from Raya. You cannot talk about people you've matched with, which wouldn't be an issue for me because I was never accepted. They have something against me. They thought I was ugly. They thought I was disgusting. They thought I was a joke. I think they genuinely thought I was a joke because never accepted. Never. And why? The photos I used were like gorgeous. And also, what's the problem with me? I guess me saying that like I'm not dressed like this on the internet right now. You swipe on Raya and you see this.
Bacao!
Then what? Then what's gonna happen? And I know I wasn't gonna get any matches. Like, I know no one was gonna be matching with my ass there. But like, what if they wanted to? Like, what if there's someone out there who wants a freak like me? I just don't understand what that's about. Like, it's the social hierarchy that could just never be escaped. Like, it's like, where do I belong in this world? Where are all the freaks? We need a dating app for all the sickening freaks like me. Is that what I have to do? I have to make my own dating app for sickening cool people. And if you look like you have no vibe, you don't get to be on. You don't get to be on. Because people who spend their lives, who get a job at Raya and spend their lives watching this and being like, oh, Antonio Garza will never be allowed. Okay, and you're never going to be allowed to be happy. And you're never going to be allowed to be awesome. And you're never going to be allowed to be cool. Because what you are is a boring person who puts themselves in a box. A box. Yes, a box. You are in a box. Your little box over there. And I want to kick that box. I do. Because what do you mean I'm not accepted? It's rude. It's also like I get the same, I had the same rant with Hermes. I think Hermes is the dumbest brand ever. I hope they see this. I hope they see this. I hope they see this. And also the Birkin that I have, if you guys have seen, I own a pink Birkin. It's fake. It's fake. Duh, it's fake. It was for a Halloween costume. For my Jeffree Star Halloween costume. I just get passionately angry because what do you mean I could walk in there with 50K and be like, I want a Birkin. And they could be like, no. You actually have to buy 17 pairs of ugly ass flip-flops and like a horse belt first. I don't want a damn horse belt. I don't want an Hermes saddle. I don't want to have to buy an Hermes blanket. I don't want to have to buy Hermes teacups to buy a Birkin. I wouldn't even buy a Birkin because they're fugly. They're fugly. But if I wanted one, what if I wanted one one day? What if I wanted one one day? Then like, I want to be able to buy one. Because like, what do you mean? It's like the exclusivity is disgusting to me. Same thing with Soho House. Third victim. There's a third victim today. No, sorry. Third, demon. Soho House. But I've been to the Soho House in LA. It's all exclusive in there. Girl, your food sucks. The view isn't that good. And 3, don't yell at me when I'm trying to be on my phone. One time I was on a phone call in Soho House and the lady was like, girl, I saw her ass making a damn fool of herself over there. What did I do? Nothing. I didn't hang up the damn phone. It was an important phone call. I was trying to find out where my friends were in the Soho House, so I was calling her because it's like big. And if you don't know, sorry, Soho House is like an exclusive like club, restaurant vibe in LA. It's like pointless nothingness. Like I literally just said words that don't mean anything. Like it is nothing. It is nothing. I'm never gonna get accepted again. If I wanted to like get a membership, I don't give a frick. I don't give a frick. So Raya, you'll be dying soon. Hermes, you'll be dying soon. Soho House, you'll be dying soon. Especially with Raya. Like, what are y'all freaks doing? Who am I gonna match with on Raya? Like the dad from like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Wait, there was no dad. The dad from like Wizards of Waverly Place. Who am I matching with that's so exclusive that I can't even talk about, Raya? Who? I can't find them. Okay, me saying that because I've never been on. Like, okay, wait. Like, I really can't find them. Who said girls dressed as minions can't get into Soho House? Recently, I got into anime. I know what you're thinking. How dare you? Maybe my look today is a little anime if we think about it. But I do think that I'm a freak. You know what? I'm done. I'm done playing nice. I'm done. Because when I play nice, where does it get me? Nowhere. It gets me to the slums. Now, I'm ready to be mean, and let's see what happens. Anyways, the second I touched my big fat toes down on the Los Angeles soil after departing on my gorgeous and wonderful and fulfilling experience being back in Texas for the holidays, what happened? Flames. I started the fires. Yeah, so the flames touched down. So the fires are old news. Who wants to hear about those fires? Me. Actually, me. Obviously, like a lot of influencers were very happy to go on their stories and be like, hi, I'm okay. Thanks for all the DMs. Thanks for all the DMs and comments. I'm okay. Thanks for asking. And then like you tap to the next story frame and it's them like I don't know. It was an unserious vibe. Like people posting vlogs of them packing their evacuation bags when they live in like Silver Lake. Like there's no fires in West Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is more embarrassing than falling. Guys, I fell in Mexico one time. I would rather fall to my death than fall and like have to pick myself back up. Nothing is more fucking embarrassing. If you've experienced, like when you're a kid and you fall and you like are like, nah, and then you like, boom. It's like, okay, fine. But as an adult, falling is, oh my God, it's embarrassing. I was in Mexico with Douse for his birthday and we were doing like a little like wave pool kind of spring thing, natural spring vibe. And at this thing, there were stairs to get up from like the platform down to the pool. Keep in mind, we'd all taken shots. It was also a tequila tasting that was happening. Girl, duh, we're in Mexico. And when I was walking down these stairs, I'm telling you, slippery, algae, years of calcification, like goo, humidity, water. People have used this staircase so much that the steps become like indented because they're wooden. And then stuff had grown on this. It was such a slippery staircase. So I was walking down, also in a bikini, which I'm already so vulnerable. I'm like trying to hide my body in front of like all these sickening people I was with. And then I'm walking down so demure, only had taken like 2 shots and I slip and boom, 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 fall down the stairs. I fell down the stairs. And it was so embarrassing because everyone was like, oh, because also my like fucking big ass. I'm like, boom, like, and then all the skinny bitches are like, what's going on? Embarrassing. I would have rather fallen to my death. I would have rather. Just take me out at that point. So, and then having to pick yourself back up and be like, I'm okay. Meanwhile, bleeding, dripping. To make it all worse, kick a bitch while they're down. Yeah, why don't you? Kick me while I'm down. The tour guide was like, no more tequila shots for you. And I look him dead in the face and I'm like, I'm not drunk. Nothing is wrong with me. I'm not impaired. It's the slippery staircase. Why didn't you warn us? I gagged him because I had to save face. I had to save face as fast as I could because don't kick me while I'm down after falling in a bikini looking huge like a whale falling down the stairs in Mexico after 2 shots of tequila in front of my skinny friends. Don't do that to me. So I had to clock him. I said, I actually will be drinking more. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, the only thing that could fix my pain was the drinking. Thankfully, I actually didn't hurt myself. I did bleed. I probably have a scar. This is, I think, the scar. This is my scar. My scars are beautiful. There's just like that classic Latina baddie look. Like I feel like a really popular girl right now who kind of has that look is Wendy. She's carrying on the legacy. Like those girls, they'll always exist. They will always be so hot. They will always like just give the fantasy of the Latina classic baddie look. Like I just love a classic Latina baddie. Them and their ugly boyfriends will always do it for me. Always. Like, why is that always the case? Like, the hottest Latina you know has the ugliest boyfriend. And that's a fact. Someone give me a case where that's just not the truth. I'm waiting. I'll wait. Oh, I'll wait. Yeah, that's what I thought. I would spend literally like $1,000 to have a private walkthrough so I could touch and feel on Freddy Fazbear. Do not let me in the Five Nights at Freddy's horror house because I will cop a feel. Because I will be copping a feel on Freddy Fazbear. Yes, I will. And what else will I be doing? I will be stroking Chica's beak. I will be stroking her beak. And it's true. And you can't stop me. I will cop a feel. I will stroke a beak. I will be doing these things. Yes. I will be getting quirky at night. I will be getting quirky at night with the animatronics. And I can't wait. And I can't wait. And I would pay any amount of money to have a private tour. So Universal, hit me up. Call me. Where's my little monsters? Not in church. Yeah. Okay. Give me money. We have to introduce a new friend who loves having friends. Yeah! We have a new friend. We have a new friend. One thing about me is that I have to buy my friends. This is the thing about me. People don't want to hang out with me. They don't want to be my friend. They don't want to vibe with me. Here's the thing. I was tagged in millions. Yeah, I'm famous. I was tagged in a bunch of TikToks about this special Swarovski minion. And everyone was wanting me to buy it. Everyone was like, buy this, buy that, spend your money, go broke. We don't care about you. So yeah, I fell into the peer pressures, and I bought this little ass minion. I bought this little minion because I felt pressured. Guys, I felt pressured to buy this minion, and I was really scared. So here it is.
No.
This is going to be our new little friend on the Not Thriving podcast. We need an upgrade. Episode 10. Special things are happening. This is what it looks like. This was, yes, $250. Yes. Okay. And I'm just going to put her right there. Oh my God, wait. I literally opened my phone the other day and I got a message from someone who brought something to my attention, something really crazy, something that just, it shook me to my bones. Why am I going on my TikTok and what am I? Okay, let's talk about this again. Hi, my Swarovski minion. Why did I see that Little Huddy got a brand deal from Swarovski Minions to promote Swarovski Minions to Little Huddy's followers? Ow! I didn't even know that we were doing brand deals. Oh, if that was the case, then maybe I would have grown some fucking dignity, and I could have maybe been the one. Oh, I'm not the one, apparently. Swarovski X Minions, someone on the team there. Who's on the team? Hey, let's do some research. Oh, who is it? Because I'm going to kill you. Okay. Who on the team of Swarovski Minion people was looking at the roster of influencers, options, we could say. And no matter what the collab is, I'm still confused how we landed on Little Huddy, but we'll get there. And how did they come to decide? Antonio Garza? No. Brittany Broski, that's another contender. She's another open minion lover. No. Trisha Paytas. Trisha Paytas would have been a great option for the Swarovski X Minions collab. She would have been great because she loves a bling. Fuck no. Little Huddy. When is it gonna be my turn? When is it gonna be my turn to get what I want? When is it gonna be my turn to get what I deserve in this life? I deserve this. It's the influencer influenza. I'm infected and I'm in full motion. I'm dying. Stage 7 influencer influenza. That's what I have because it's to the point where I don't even think these things anymore. I know these things. And what do I know? I know that I deserved the brand deal. I deserved the brand deal from Swarovski X Minions. Who else to promote this minion other than me? Who else to promote this little bitch? Hey. Comment down below if you went to a Swarovski and bought one of these, because you saw me talk about it. Okay, the way there's no one. The way not one comment will be had. It's just not adding up. I like some of the Little Huddy songs, but what the does he know about Minions? What the does Little Huddy know about Minions? Why did Little Huddy get the Minion Swarovski brand deal and I got nothing? I got nothing. I never get anything! Anyways, with TikTok, it's gone to a point where it's oversaturated. It's true. We know this. We believe this. I believe this personally. But I don't want to be like the homo. The what? I don't want to be the hobo over here that's just... I'm sorry. The gays are really catching strays. Another great podcast name. Gays Catching Strays. Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me weird? I see you looking around and shit at me. And I'm quite offended. Why are you looking at me weird? Is it because of my fertile bangs? Is it because of my cute freckles? Is it because of my curvaceous body? Let me know, because I see you judging. I think everything wrong that's ever happened in my life started on the school bus. The worst things always happen on a damn school bus. Don't get me started on the field trip buses too. The star buses. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? That's trauma like no other. That is trauma that can't even like be bottled up in like words. Talk about going on the school bus and like all the bus seats are being taken and you try to sit next to someone random and they're a bitch to you. Has that happened to you guys? I feel like that's happened to everyone in the world and it's disgusting. The school bus is evil. It's uncharted territory and they need to crash. They need to go. One time when I was like in kindergarten or like first grade, I was pressured to sit in the back of the bus and they were flipping off people behind, like the cars behind the school bus. They were flipping them off. And I started doing it because I was feeling pressured. And then they were doing it for like 10 minutes, I swear to God, and I do it once. I did it one time and flipped off someone. Keep in mind, I literally looked like I was 4 years old. Like no one who saw me doing that would probably be threatened. They would probably be cracking up. Anyway, sorry. Then the bus driver, the damn bus driver, literally pulled me up and gave me detention and made me want to kill myself. So now what? I wonder where he is now. Because look what happened to me. This is all because of him. He embarrassed me so much in front of the cool kids and it was so sad. I was an embarrassment. I was a disgusting disgrace because I couldn't flip people off in peace. I will never forget. I will never forget. Yeah, I won't. One thing about me is if you do me wrong, I'll never forget. Let's just say I was in love with a man. I was in love with a man at one point. A man who's not my boyfriend currently. I don't know if I could say this. Let's just say a man lied to me about his sexuality just to get away from me. That's what I'll say. Lied. Yes, lied. I don't know what's appropriate to say about another person's sexuality and what's not, so I'm not going to really say much. But just know that a man once lied to me about his sexuality just to get rid of me, and then went behind my back immediately and told people that he was lying to me to get rid of me. Damn. No one likes my vibe. What do you mean? What do you mean you don't want me to be in love with you? What do you mean? Yeah, that's something that my vibe does to people. And bisexuals are evil. Girl, one failed situationship is all it takes to get you in the damn slammer. Like, I should have been locked up in mental prison for life after that first situationship because, girl, my life was ruined. Like, I thought my life was ruined after that. Maybe I would have been the next Jeffree Star. And maybe that's a good thing. That's not where I ended up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we clap? Should we clap? No. I am a victim. This is what upsets me because there's a ripple effect from a natural disaster that is affecting me heavily. I got a call from no other than my gorgeous, beautiful, and amazing landlord. Landlord seems like too nice of a word for this person because they are of no lord status to me. The only lord I worship is Ribs by Lord. And this person, my land person, the person who owns the house that I live, that I pay rent to, they decided to, well, ruin my fucking life. Because I'm not kidding, guys. Sorry. So he called me and he was like, you know, the fires. And I was like, yeah, it's horrible. And he was like, so many people lost their homes. I was like, I know. And I thought he was going to ask me to like be philanthropic. Like the way he was formatting the conversation, I was like, okay, this is about fires. Like he just wants to see if I'm okay. He loves me. He loves me. And then he said, hi, actually, you need to move. Hi, actually, I could sell this house for way more money than I ever could before. So it's time for you to go. Okay, I haven't really unpacked this properly. So the reason why I'm upset is because I'm pissed. Also, I teased my hair to the high heavens today. It's kind of sickening. Okay, also, I'm being evicted, so let's focus on that. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I do not know. I'm a struggling influencer. Yes. Yeah! Sorry. Also, what's with you guys? I do have to give you guys a follow-up update about me getting evicted. Woo! Woo! I'm no longer getting evicted. Woo! Okay. Last week, if you didn't see, guys, I talked about how I got a notice to leave my house and I have to move out. But good news, I don't. And I think it's because after that day that I filmed that, I had texted her and I was like, yeah, bye. Like, see you soon. 60 days notice starts now. And good thing for me that was just a tactic. Guys, they were lying. They were bluffing. Why are you bluffing at me like that? Because they were like, oh, actually, never mind. How about 5% instead of 10% rent increase? And I was like, girl, whatever. I guess I could do 5% increase on my rent. Yes. Will I be broke? Yes. Will I have to eat rice and beans for the next 6 months? Yeah. Will I have to sell every designer bag I own? probably. But you know what? It's all in the heart of passion. I'm staying here because this is where my podcast is and I don't want to move it. It's too much work. But yes, everyone clap. Everyone clap for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The James Charles collab that I did all those years ago. I flew to LA, had to miss school to fly to LA, film, come home, immediately start editing. And you know how long that takes me, girl. Let's not sugarcoat it. It was taking me years. And there was a night where I just didn't sleep at all. I didn't get a lick of sleep because the video had to be done because I was on his schedule. And I remember I texted him being like, I don't think I can get this video done. Like I have school. And his response to me, I'll never forget, was, this is not the news I wanted to wake up and hear today. And I know Wicked is woke, so I don't usually go for those types of things, those woke things. Wicked is woke. I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with woke things. It's for sissies. It's for the sissies. And sorry. I want to know if some of you guys remember this. So this all happened in 2020, I believe 2021. I think this was during lockdown. So this all happened because I went to go get boba with my friends, and it was just a regular place I used to go to with me and my friends. It was the three of us. So we got our boba, and I met these fans inside. They were cute. They were not very nice. Because a lot of times I meet people and it's always like the cutest reactions or just like, I don't know, kindness and love. With these people, it was very, and like, that's it. Which is fine, because I understand if people are kind of stoic if they get nervous to meet me or anyone. I completely understand that. But, so I didn't think anything of it, of course. I've had a lot of experiences and I don't know, I just didn't think anything of it. But yeah, I met these girls at the boba shop and left. Come to find out, a day later, when I open my phone and get a text from Madison Beer, she sent me a link to a video and said, have you seen this? Hey. So when Madison Beer sends you a link to a TikTok and says, have you seen this? It's time for the heart to start beating. It's time for fear, because it's not like me and her were texting often. So it wasn't like a normal thing. So I click on the video. Oh, ha! Hey guys, get ready to laugh. I open this video and what's the first thing I see? Myself being recorded from far away. So I'm like, okay, yeah, normal. I thought that's what the video was. I was like, okay, cute. The video kept going. Hey, let's keep rolling. Why are they on the highway behind me? Why is it a video of my car on the highway and they're following me? Hey, okay. So the rest of the video was them following me home and recording it. Yes. And posting it on TikTok. Yes. And also you might be like, okay, who cares if they're just showing the drive? Like, who knows where that is? Girl, these freaks made it a point to record the name of the neighborhood. If you're from Texas or any like suburban area, you know how neighborhoods have like names and usually they'll have like big signs with the name. Girl, they fucking recorded it. They made it a point. It wasn't even just like a freaky deaky, hey, let's follow Antonio Garza home and see where they go. No, It was a deliberate, let's show TikTok, freaks on TikTok, where Antonio Garza lives. Make it a point to show and give exact details as to where this bitch lives. What is your problem? What is your problem? What drives a person to do that? I just can't even really fathom the brain of someone who would do that. Like, okay, let's be nice about it for a second. These people were probably around the same age as me. So we were all like under 20. Maybe they thought that, I don't know. It's the idea of like people assume that I'm property or people assume that I'm not a real person. But like, what makes you think that that's okay? That's almost demented. It's like, did they not like me? Because it's like they came up to me as fans. They followed me too. This group of girls, they all followed me because of course I got to like find their accounts when I was like, trying to get this video taken down. And it wouldn't be a big deal if the video got like 50 views. Girl, it got 60,000 likes. So hundreds of thousands of views. Looking back at this, that's insane. It's insane behavior. And thankfully no one showed up like and knocked at the door or anything at my friend's house looking for me. The video was up for a week. Hey, shout out TikTok. Hey, shout out TikTok support for not deleting that video, because girl, we had everyone on it. Me on it. All of my friends on it. Trying to contact TikTok, getting the video taken down. They said, oh, actually, let's start a tourist location. Okay, they said, actually, who really gives a fuck? Like, they did not care. Then the funny part is that obviously everyone in the comments was like, hey, delete this. And the girl started fighting people in the comments. She started being like, no, laughing face emoji. I'm not deleting this. Girl, you're trash. You're trash. You and your mama. Okay? Yeah. There you go. That's just evil. Putting me and my homegirls in danger. In danger? For what? The girl started fighting people and then unfollowed me, but kept the video up. She unfollowed me, but kept the video up. So it just became even worse. Like, it just got worse. Because it's like, I get it if you're like a delusional, crazy fan. Because at first I thought, okay, this girl must be mentally like not there. But then I learned, no, she's just a fucking psychopath. Like, so shout out to her. Wondering where she is today. Probably in jail, I would hope. Anyways, hey guys. It's just criminal how slept on my podcast is. It really, okay. Guys, do you stand up or sit down when you wipe your butt? You don't have to answer. Please don't answer. I sit down, of course. I stay sat. Yeah, one thing about me is I stay sat. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'll never forget this. James Charles one time tweeted talking about how he stands up to wipe his butt after he uses the butt. Hey, so let's take a moment. Let's take a moment and realize the words that just came out of our mouths. Okay. And I've decided I want to keep talking about it. I remember seeing this and I judged him. I really did. In general, this sparked a debate online. I remember tweeting about it and being like, who is standing up and wiping? And that's the day I realized my whole life was a goddamn lie. There is an avid community of stand-up wipers out there. Avid. So much so that I know some of y'all are watching this being like, you sit down? That's the kind of thing. And we don't talk about this enough. We don't talk about this. There are stand-up wipers everywhere. Everywhere you go, Trader Joe's, people standing up and wiping their ass. Target. The NRA meetings. There are stand-up wipers everywhere. And I don't want to judge you. I'm judging you. I don't want to judge you, but can someone explain this to me? That just doesn't feel natural. And I remember the argument that someone said to me one time was, well, I don't want to sit down because you're going to put your hand in the toilet. What's happening in your bathroom session? Are you shitting on the walls? I don't want to get too detailed here, but one thing about me is when I'm using the bathroom, I'm not putting my hand in the toilet water. I'm just I'm doing what I need to do. And if you're standing up, you're getting poop on your butt cheeks. Okay, wait. I have to stop talking about I think I just bring this up because I'm just confused. And I thought about this the other day and I was like, is this something actually happening? This is worse than like the fight between Democrats and liberals. Wait. The two demons. This is worse than the fight between the liberals and the conservatives. The stand-up wipers and the sit-down wipers. Who is right? Who's wrong? Please let me know. Or don't. Hey, it's me, your favorite YouTuber, asking you to tell me how you wipe your ass. Okay. This next thing I really want to talk about was the oboe. Yes, the oboe is it's a wonderful instrument. It's slept on. It is a slept-on instrument. What's also slept on is band kids. Well, girl, they get slept with. Band kids are the freaks. Oh, are you sad TikTok's getting banned? Fuck no. Hell no. I don't care. Thank God I'll be free from the shackles of TikTok. All of this, it's making me existential because I'm like, goddamn, like I am being fed. I am cattle. We are literally cattle, like going, and they'll just like chuck something at our faces. And like half the population on TikTok is like, wow, I love it. More. And it's like, what the hell? It's making me very existential. What am I doing? What are we doing here? Like, fuck it. Maybe I should just go get a BBL. Me finding any excuse to just like, okay. Who's with me? Who's with me? I'm struggling. I'm not comfortable. That's a huge reason as to why I was crashing out last week's episode is because I am just struggling. And that's why I crashed out when I bought this ass little and that's why I also crashed out when Little Honey got the fucking brand deal because I literally had to scrape up pennies to buy this. Like this. So, yeah. What do you mean? How is this even possible? This was $200. What do you mean? What do you mean? This has to be a joke. This has to be a joke. It just snapped clean off. Clean. Like it's nothing. Swarovski, I'm going to bomb the place. I'm not okay. Everything was going great up until now. Nothing ever goes my way. I can't even have nice things. I can't even have nice things. No, I can't. No, that's totally cool. No, it's fine. It's like all good. It's all good. No, yeah, it's totally fine. It's not like it was $250, but they it's not like they. That is unbelievable that just broke. It broke clean off. Clean. His gay little arm, hand on the hip. Oh, no more. He went through conversion therapy. You're welcome. Skincare, I'm done. The skincare market is evil, and it's targeting young women and gays. The evil gays. It's targeting them because it wants them to buy things to be more beautiful. When in reality, you don't need that. You don't need skincare to make you beautiful. I'm reheating my nachos. Guys, my cat peed on these hair extensions yesterday. That's something about me that you should know. I'm reheating my nachos. My nachos. The video of James Charles and Tana Mojo reviewing Coachella outfits.
But this top is on every single girl on Instagram. I like the Chanel choker with it.
I don't think that's a real Chanel choker.
They didn't have good things to say about my outfits. They did not have good things to say. But you know what? I don't blame them. Looking back, I mean, what I just said, like, what I just said. Who is you? Who is you? Okay. But no, I understand them. I get it. Because, hello, let's take a quick look-see-poo, look-see-loo, looky-loos. Where you at? Yeah, no. Like, we don't need to be doing much looking to decipher that this is a disgusting outfit. But hey, it was the vibe of the time. We can't get pissed. It was the vibe of the time. And yeah, this was part of my lore. The Chanel. Okay. There are two types of people in this world. Those who went to homecoming or prom with a date, and then those who deserve to live. You know? Because the other ones, if you went to prom or homecoming with a date, you scare the fuck out of me. This leads me to my story. In 7th grade, I went to homecoming, and this whole process leading up to me going to homecoming was an extremely stressful process because as a child, I wasn't comfortable dressing up, we could say, because I didn't want to wear a dress. I took it upon myself to decide, okay, I'm going to be different. I'm going to change things up. I'm going to set the tone at this school. I literally thought I was like the main character in like a Disney Channel movie special. Like I thought I was like Debbie Ryan, bitch. Like, yeah.
I'm Radio Rebel.
I thought I was going to change the whole school with this. I thought I was starting a social movement by doing what I thought was the brightest thing a person could do in my situation, wearing sweatpants to formal. I have issues. I've always been a freak. I decided to pull up, and here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. I convinced my friends to do it as well. I was like, guys, let's pull up to formal and sweatpants. What are they gonna do? Kick us out? What are they gonna do? I thought I was the baddest bitch in that school. I was like, yeah, I'm different. I'm wearing sweatpants. Y'all look like fools wearing dresses. I do things different. I show up. The first thing that someone says to me is, do you know where you are? And then I see the lesbian security officer, and she says, y'all look amazing. I was like, she gets it. She knows what was up. And then one of the vice principals tried to stop us from going in. He was like, what are y'all wearing? And then the other, I think it was maybe the principal or maybe the security guard, I forget who, was like, just stop. Everything was going according to my master plan. I was starting ruckus, starting discomfort for everyone around me. I was like, yeah, look at what I'm wearing and feel weird about it. I'm different. I'm so different. Girl, I've always been a damn pick-me. I felt really awesome. I was like dancing freely. Me and all my friends, we just felt really awesome. So if that was where the story ended, it would be one thing. Girl, In 8th grade, the same event comes around again. And I was like, what now? What do I do now? I was like, how do I up myself from last year? I wore sweatpants last year. What could I possibly do to do something even crazier? Because I, again, didn't want to wear a dress. So I was like, guys, I went to my friends. I was like, the Valentine's dance is coming. Let's get our sweatpants on. And my friends were like,
actually, I think this year I want to wear a dress.
And then another friend was like, oh yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Meanwhile, me, I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean we don't wear a dress? Remember? Guys, remember? I roll up to school the day of the Valentine's Day dance. Everyone else wanted to be normal. Everyone else wanted to wear dresses. All of my friends looking like beauty queens behind me, and me in the middle. What am I wearing? Well, you guessed it. Girl, I wore sweatpants again. I wore sweatpants and a t-shirt again. Let me tell you, the tone changed. The tone changed. Year 1 of me wearing sweatpants to prom, I was like, year 2, I'm looking like bummy freak. Bummy freak. Girl, I was giving freak energy down. It was embarrassing. It was so sad. Girl, and everyone looked at me like, oh, you're doing this again. Girl, I thought everyone was gonna be like, yes, put those sweatpants on, girl. Put those sweatpants on and work. My second year doing that, I walked in and everyone's like, everyone else had different agendas, you know? Worst of all, I wanted to wear my hair different. I was like, yeah, like kind of similar to now where it's like I love doing my hair and makeup, but I hate putting on outfits. So I was like, let me do my makeup. It's sickening. I did like little moment with the eyes. I was like, let me do a half up, half down. I got a strip of hair, we could say. It not even a strip from the top of my head and just pulled it straight back and then did a little bun. One of my friends, and not even in like a reading me way, one of my friends told me direct to my face, she said,
I don't want to go with you if you're going to do that to your hair.
and she was being so dead ass. I'm like, girl, that same friend one time looked me in the face and said, oh, I thought you were she said a slur to my face and said, oh, I literally remember being like, and then to double down, she's like, yeah, my mom said you were a hello? Whose mother? Someone's mom called me a yeah. And BD. That's just the things that happen to me in my life. What about you? Mama, there's a minion behind you. Like, okay. Guys, I'm coming out. Today's the day I'm coming out as a person who doesn't whiten their teeth because this is embarrassing. Guys, where are the dolls in STEM? Where are the dolls in STEM? Like, all I see online is the dolls at Fashion Nova, the dolls on IG, the dolls being sickening on TikTok. Hello, nice to meet you. I'd like to know about sex change operation. I see. Man to woman or woman to man, man to woman, from penis to vagina. Yes. Help. Someone help. So yeah, I don't support the wiping out of any community of people, no matter what, no matter who you are, what your beliefs are, your gender, your sexuality, anything. Everyone is valid. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is valid. However, magicians need to go. What the do you mean? What do you mean? Answer me this. What do you mean that in 2025, we got the RFK files before we found out how these magicians are doing their tricks? How are these magicians doing their tricks? I'm serious. Every few days. Yes, I'm seeing magicians on my FYP doing tricks and magics and being little freaks over there doing, I actually am like, how did you do that? I look up, how did this magician do this and this and this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I look up like, okay, how did they just do this to me? Or I look in the comments, I'm looking for answers. How did they disguise this pen? How did they turn on this light switch? And it's magic. They're doing magic. And I look up and there's never any answers. The magicians keep their secrets so, oh my God, like if I killed someone, I'm telling the magician because that bitch is not telling a single soul. Like TikTok has the answers and Reddit has the answers for every single thing that you could ever need in your life. And even they can't tell me how these magicians are doing their tricks. I don't know, guys. Do you guys experience this? I'm looking this up. Why are magicians so gay? Here we go. In the age of the internet, how come thousands of great magic tricks remain secret? If they're not, where do I go? This is what I'm saying. Okay, this is on Reddit, and this is where we're gonna get our answers. People are saying, oh wait, they're just giving the secrets. There's literally, there's a website. It's taken down. The secrets are taken down. Who is behind this? Osama bin Laden. Wait, like I have neighbors and I'm screaming. Okay. I see right through you. You're doing something dark. You are taking advantage of weak-minded people like myself. Yes. Making me believe that magic is real? No! Magic is not real. What do you mean we have quantum computers before Stranger Things season 5? What do you mean we have quantum computers before Euphoria season 3? I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. What do you mean? We're gonna need a quantum computer to unrig the election from 2020. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's gotta... I just got a wave of sadness over me. I just remembered that he's broken. She's broken. He's okay. Except he's not okay. So are you telling me that this arm was glued on with nothing? Because I'm telling you, there's not 1 ounce of glue, nothing. It's as if someone licked it and just stuck it together. There's no adhesive. How did they get that to stick on there? Happy Pride Month! Yes! Oh my God. Happy Pride Month! Yay! I got laughed at the mall because I don't even know. I went to go look inside a store. I was like, and then I just walked away, like tiptoed away because the store looked horrible. It was a perfume store. It looked like ass. And the people were laughing at me. They were like, I want to talk about a certain store inside of a mall that starts with B and ends with Brandy Melville. Yes. Like, you will get shot walking into a Brandy Melville if you're not like 101 pound. And I don't know who made this rule, but I'm going to kick him because, guys, Brandy Melville makes me want to die. Every time I go in there, one, it's like, who's that 50-year-old? And it's me. Because everyone in there is suddenly 12. Suddenly I'm old whenever I walk into a Brandy Melville, and it pisses me off. It makes me upset. And here's the reason why. This was when I was freshly making some coin. I decided, okay, what's the next big thing I should purchase? I need to redo my wardrobe. I don't know if we remember, I kind of used to wear like shit clothes. I swear to God, throughout middle school and high school, I would wear like the same thing every day. Like Shane Dawson's like one shirt that he used to wear in every single YouTube video. Like that was me, but at school. Like I would wear the same damn thing because it's all that I felt comfortable in, and whatever, no one cares. One day I was like, okay, let's redo this. It's time. I've made my money. It's time to redo my wardrobe. Guys, tell me why I went into this Brandy Melville at the Domain in Austin, Texas. Yes. Shout out to the Domain, Brandy Melville in Austin, Texas, 5 years ago, and the workers who worked there 5 years ago. Hi, let's talk. So my uniform at this point in my life, I used to wear short shorts, Nike Pros. I think by this point I'd upgraded to Lululemon because I was like, it's Lululemon in a bit. Okay, I think I'd upgraded to Lululemon. So I was like rocking my Lululemon shorts, and I used to just wear big t-shirts. Like that's a normal thing. You know, a normal outfit. Nothing to scream over, nothing to cry over, nothing to get pissed over. But here's the thing. I went into Brandy Melville and I decided to try on some clothes. And there were a few fans. Hey guys. There were a few fans and they asked me for photos. The workers knew who I was. This was a whole thing. It was a whole adventure. It was a whole journey. And keep in mind, I was with 2 of my friends at the time. I go into the dressing room. They start trying on my clothes from Brandy Melville, just some tops and cute stuff, whatever. And why did the workers start talking shit about me? Hey, the workers at Brandy Melville at the Domain in Austin, Texas, 5 years ago talked shit about me. Okay, and why am I mad about this? Like, that just pissed me off saying that. Like, this is what I'm saying, guys. I said this last episode. I'll say it again. I can't hate things in a normal way. I can't be mad in a normal way. No, Brandy Melville workers from 5 years ago, you will burn. Here's what they said. Because my friends were outside the waiting room waiting for me to try on clothes. And the workers didn't realize that they were my friends. They thought that they were like, I guess, fans or something. So they started boldly talking shit about me. And did it hurt me? Yes, it did. Here's what they said. They were like,
damn, if you're a YouTuber and you got all that money, why are you dressed like that?
and you know what? They were onto something. They were onto something. But please, what is with the stereotype of Brandy Melville workers hating you? Like, they just want to be pissed. They just want to be pissed. I saw a TikTok the other day of a girl who got talked shit on in Brandy Melville also. Guys, Brandy Melville should burn. And here's the thing. Die. Okay. Like, this was 5 years ago. Like, shut up. This is what I looked like. And they were talking shit about me, saying I looked like a mess. A lot of people were scared. A lot of people were scared to walk into a Brandy Melville. Yes. Me. Anyways, no one cares about this story. That's the thing. I'm like, Good luck recovering from this, Brandy Melville. They're like, okay. And also, want to know something funny? Guess where my shirt's from today? It's from Brandy Melville. Okay. I've been playing Grow a Garden every day. Yeah, Grow a Garden, Love is Blind. It's just all Coco Melon for my big fat ass. It's just all Coco Melon for my brain, my adult brain that is struggling. It's struggling in the real world. So that's what I do. That's what I lean on. Anyways, I'm like Mrs. Claus, but like if she like listened to Deftones. Guys, Deftones is for the fake emos. There, I said it. If you listen to Deftones, I respect you, but like not that much. Anyways, ugly people need to start having more rights and respect, because I was talking about this too. A lot of people just hate Ash Trevino because she's ugly. I'm just as ugly as her. And does that mean y'all hate me too? It makes sense why I'm a flop. I've been stuck in the Kia asylum for a long time and I can't get out. And I think it's because I'm ugly. I think that's the case. So that's also a reason why I'm getting plastic surgery. Okay, what is this sentence? I have to stop myself. I don't think I'm very easy on the eyes. I'm going to be honest here and say that. And does that mean I'm a bad person? Yes. My favorite vaping story ever is, and I love this girl and I've met her so many times and I love her, Kenzie Ziegler, shout out. She got caught vaping and then she said, and she was like, guys, it's an anxiety pen and it has water in it. Guys, it's just water in the vape. It's just water and it's for my anxiety. There's no better entertainment than catching an influencer vaping. Oh, there's nothing better. I mean, she was underage and so was Charlie when Charlie got caught vaping. So it's like, okay, we shouldn't be promoting this. But people used to love saying that there was water in their vapes. Like, oh, it's just water, guys. It's just water. But you know what though? That's how I got started into vaping, is because I thought vaping it looked cool. It looked fun. Me and my friends thought vaping looked fun. So we actually did start vaping no nicotine vapes. Yes, I used to get them from the black market. Hence why I just remembered that I told the story of when I almost got shot for buying a vape. Like, I almost got shot because I wanted to buy a vape. And like, let's normalize this. Let's normalize almost getting shot because we want to be hitting big clouds. But I ended up getting one. I didn't talk about this the first time I touched on this story. I ended up eventually getting a vape and we got no nicotine juice and it was just fun. Like, okay, what am I talking about? Vaping was so fun. God bless America. Who's with me? God bless America. Land that I love. Okay. I was editing back that last episode and turns out I looked the fool. Turns out I looked like Sabrina Carpenter after meth and like testosterone. So I'm upset. And I didn't know that I looked that bad. So this week I said, you know what? I'm going back to basic. I'm bringing out the merch. And before you comment on this saying that you wish you could buy one and, oh, bring the merch back. Hey, maybe I will. Maybe. I don't know. I have no plans to, but maybe. I said this before and I'll say it again. I owe a lot of money to the company that made this. It's their fault that I owe them money. It's nothing I did. We sold out of everything, but somehow I owe them money. But I'm not going to pay it, I don't think. What? Like, I think I'm too comfortable on this podcast. Like, I think I'm too comfortable. Like, why do I feel okay saying that? But I don't have plans for paying it. They haven't asked me to pay it in a while, so I don't think I'm going to. But if I were to re-release this, I probably wouldn't make any money from it, and it would probably all go towards my debt. So I don't know. What I'm saying is, if I were to release this, I wouldn't get any money from it. So why even do it? I don't want to even be saying those words because I know that Jesus H. Christ or Jesus J. or Jesus Hey. I don't know his middle name. Somebody. Okay. Guys, and okay. Where do I go from here? I have questions and I don't really know the answers. I've been having a bit of a conundrum. Something in my personal life has led me astray. So this was a problem that I've been going through recently that I, couldn't avoid. I couldn't brush off. And it was something regarding my house. And there was just a bit of a situation going on where I was wondering if what was happening was legal, if it was allowed. It was honestly just an annoying situation that I wanted to get some answers from. And so did I, call my landlord about this? No, this involved my landlord, so I couldn't talk to them. Did I call my mother? No. Did I, phone a friend? No. Did I even do one Google search about this? No. So I decided to go to Reddit. Let's talk to the people. So there's just a situation that I'm having to go through with my landlord. It involves her needing to come to my house for one. Also, what's worse is for me to accept the fact that there are going to be a lot of random strangers in my home at any given time. So I open Reddit and I make a post. The post is titled, "Landlord trying to blank, and it's giving me a headache." And I posted this to r/renters on Reddit. I created my post, and in my post, I explained all of this. I explained that, yes, I might have a few more cats than I'm supposed to. And yeah, there might be some damage to the house. I don't really want my landlord here. Is there any way I can get out of this? What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? Okay. And this is where things get nasty. The people obviously didn't like me. They didn't like what I had to say. I would read you guys the original post, but it's actually gone because I deleted it because I was getting so much hate. So I can't read you the exact post, but all I could tell you is that after it being up for 6 hours, I got 0 upvotes. No one upvoted me. 40 comments though. There were 40 comments on this. If you post something, people could either like upvote it or downvote it. Obviously, upvoting it is a good thing. Downvoting it is like, oh, they don't like what you said. And that gives you a score. So if you post one thing, get 100 upvotes, then your karma score is going to be 100. My karma score is -9. So that's the thing. Someone said, so you have unauthorized pets and damage you cause, but don't feel like dealing with. None of that says responsible renter. I suspect the real reason you don't want this to happen is because you are violating your lease in which he can kick you out. Did I ask about if I was going to be evicted? No, I didn't say shit about being evicted. I said, how do I get out of this situation? There's no threat to my living. There's no threat to my living situation. I'm not going to get fucking evicted, you dumb bitch. Don't tell me shit about me getting evicted. Don't, because you don't know my life. And I didn't express concern about that. So why are you bringing that up? Fuck you, old. Okay, next person said, you should be more concerned about breaking the terms of lease and being evicted due to unreported animals and damage. Those are the real issues here. And that was also like the 9th person to fucking say that, which again, we're on the renters subreddit. I thought y'all were supposed to have my back. I thought as renters, we were supposed to understand that sometimes landlords are a little fucking ridiculous. Sometimes landlords can be a little ridiculous. And maybe sometimes you can't always follow their rules, and sometimes you have to make it work, and I'm making it fucking work. Okay, so they said that, and that was, again, yeah, the 9th person who said that. So I finally had enough, and I responded, and I said, oh, y'all are so drama, relax. Oh, y'all are so drama, relax. That's all I said. 4 downvotes. Actually 5, but I upvoted it, so it's negative. It's at -4. So you know what? I'm just going to undo my upvote. And then someone said, yeah, it's us and not you. Laughing face emoji. And then someone else said, you asked for advice and now are accusing people of being drama for giving you what you asked for. And I said, and this is what I said. Do you want to know what I said? I said, yes. Because people are focusing on the wrong thing. People are acting like I just admitted to living in squalor with 7 cats in a shoebox apartment, and that is not the case. I explained the situation and my concerns, but everyone is focused on something that isn't the problem. I didn't ask for advice about potential eviction. I'm asking about something else, which is true. The whole post was asking about a different thing, asking about if something that my landlords wanted to do was legal or not. And so then they responded to me and said, it is a problem. If you refuse to allow them access when they see the damage, you're violating your lease and you will be evicted. Blah, 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 blah. You sound like a crappy tenant and are being unreasonable. Clean up. Clean up? Clean up! What? Okay. So the next comment I want to bring up is someone who said, and I quote, it isn't your house. Saying that this is not my house. This is not my house. And here's the thing. To that, I had to say one simple sentence. I think it is, considering I pay thousands a month to live here for it. So he said, if you were a homeowner, then there wouldn't be illegal cats and no one to report damage to. So yeah, shaming me for not being a homeowner and also for, for my flaws. Hey. And then I said, I never said I was a homeowner. I'm saying it's my house that I live in. Which, hello. And so then he decided to have fun. And quote me, where in a sentence from my original post where I said, I keep the place nice and am a responsible homeowner. And he said, so you did say you were a homeowner. Oh my God, I'm going to pass out and fucking die because you're so funny. You're making me laugh. So to that, I said something really simple. All I said was, get a job, bro. And then he said, that's a genius resort for being called out. I have one and don't have to pay rent, so I'm good. Again, like, who gives a fuck? So then here's what I said. I said, well, yeah, it's free to live in your mom's basement. And then after that was when I deleted the post because I was getting more hate. But I left off on a good note. So I thought. Then this same motherfucker, the one who said that this isn't my house and that he doesn't pay rent, he decided to respond to other people in the post now. So it became a larger issue. And we'd lost the plot. All I wanted to do was go on Reddit to get simple answers for a simple problem I was having. Answers I did not get. So a third party commented on the post saying, would you ever consider buying this house? Fair question. And then the jobless hoe, hey, the jobless bitch, responded to that person saying, apparently they think it's their house. Read my comment. Ha. Ow! So now you're shaming me to others. You're now shaming me to other people. Yeah. So to him, I said, no one is laughing because you are unfunny and jobless. That's what I said to him. Yeah. And then he said, you really need to go back to school. Your comments make zero sense. I said, sorry, I will rephrase. No one is laughing at your joke because you are not funny. You are also jobless. You have no job. You are on Reddit on a Monday afternoon. Get some hoes. Get some hoes. What are you doing? What are you doing on Reddit on a Monday afternoon? Shaming me when I'm simply just asking for questions. So anyways, yeah, that was kind of where that ended. Everyone fucking hated me. 40 comments. Everyone hated me. So many people shaming me. And did I ever get the answers I needed? No. But did it end up working out in the end? Yeah. Well, as of today, yes. Maybe next week I'll be kicked out. Who knows? Okay. Anyways, enough about that slore. I remember seeing James Charles like in his assless chaps and running away. I ran away. Because like, even though we had filmed together, I was like, I'm scared. Okay, I have a really random story I want to talk about. So this was when I still lived in Texas. I had a New York Times reporter at my house. There was this press opportunity that I got with YouTube. So they were doing like this New York Times story about me. But what it meant is that this girl was going to follow me through like a day in my life. So I was like, oh, wonderful. So she got to come to my house where I film my YouTube videos. And we did an interview. We sat down. I showed her what it looks like to get set up for me. And it was a really, really cool experience. This lady was so sweet. I hope this gets back to her because I have a message for her, which is sorry, but I'll explain why. Because things got dark. This was when I had first got my Tesla. I had just started driving. That doesn't mean I should have been driving. Like, it really doesn't mean that. I was a good driver, but I was reckless. I was very reckless with my driving because my car was so quick that like I could really swerve and like you can cut a little bit of corners on the road sometimes. I don't do this anymore because now I just care about like living. Most of the time. At this time, I was about efficiency, about driving fast. So the New York Times reporter, she comes to my house. We're doing this whole thing, and then we go to get lunch. And it's me, her, and actually a YouTube rep who was there as well, who love her too. We're driving. The way there is fine. But then the way back, I start doing really crazy things. I almost merged into another car. Keep in mind, 15 years old, don't have a license. I don't know why I was driving the car with a New York Times reporter. Why? And why was she in Texas? Like, what was going on? I almost smashed my car into another car. And the whole time, the rest of the drive home, she just sat with her like pens and paper like this in my side seat. Literally so tensed, wouldn't say a damn word. I took her to my car and then I freaked her. Another thing that's been annoying me recently is me trying to fall asleep. We need to recreate things. We need to make a new version of melatonin that doesn't give me like paranoid schizophrenia. Like, why am I taking a melatonin to have a peaceful night of sleep? Meanwhile, once I hit the hay and I start dreaming, girl, it's like I'm in the back rooms of the back rooms. Like, I literally will start dreaming up scenarios that like can't even be described by human like language. We haven't deciphered that text yet to describe what the hell's going on off of a melatonin. Because why am I in bed every single night at 4 a.m., of course, because I can't sleep at a normal sleep schedule, doing dress to impress poses to try to fall asleep? Like, why am I doing pose 12 with my face in the pillow? I'm done. Put me out. All signs are pointing to death. It's just a problem. So I might be trying drugs soon. I might be doing things. We don't know what I'm going to try. It must feel good to be a fucking idiot, huh? It must feel really good to be such a dumb. And you know what? I'm happy for you. And I hope that God blesses you. I really hope that God blesses you, gives you your blessings. It pays to be a dumb bitch. Maybe you'll be happy. Maybe then you'll be happy. Yeah, blissfully ignorant. Yeah. But anyone who's ever called me fat before, you're my up. And yes, call me fat, see what happens. Your body, my choice. And my choice is to kill you. Okay. Who would have thought Who would have thought that something so good would happen to a person like me, a person who's so kind and awesome? I got a replacement minion, you guys, and we're gonna do an unboxing to start the show. I still can't believe that it broke last week, so I don't know why it broke, but guys, check this out. I'm like afraid to touch it. I'm like afraid to touch her. I'm not kidding. So here's the story. I went into Swarovski and I went up to the lady and I really stressed her out, and I did it on purpose because because I'm pissed. Because I went up to her and I was like, okay, we have a problem. Those are my words. Like, why did I want to stress this woman out? I don't know, but it's like I needed to do it to feel satisfied because I'm upset that mine broke. Mine should have never broke in the first place. But I told her, I was like, hey, so I bought this minion from you guys a few weeks ago, and you know, it's been great and it's my prized possession, but there's a problem. And I opened it and I showed her and she gagged. She really gagged and she was like, oh no, this is bad. So she took it to the back and I'm like, what is she gonna do with it? Like, what's going on? I thought she was calling like CEO of Swarovski. No, she was just grabbing me a new one. And I actually didn't even get to say goodbye to my old one. Like, I thought she was just taking it for a second. No, she took it and like threw it in the dumpster probably because she's gone. She's gone. But now we have a new one. Okay, here it is. This one is, well, the same as the last one. I'm gonna be a lot more delicate. I love how I'm saying I'm gonna be delicate with it as I'm holding it like this. Okay, so I'm gonna be delicate with her. So rest in peace to the old one. The bitch is in the grave, but now we have a new friend. So yay. One time I almost bought a grand piano for $22,000 just because I thought the boy who was trying to sell it to me was cute. So here's what happened. I literally had nothing else going on to the point where there was a phase where I really wanted to buy a piano. I went to this place and I was like, I just want to test out a few of the pianos. And I didn't own a piano at this point. I really needed to buy one. So I asked the sales associate, I was like, okay, like this is what I'm thinking. Maybe I want to buy a piano, maybe a grand piano. I also thought it could be cute for my house at the time. I decided to start testing them out. I was going around the store and then I see this guy walk in and he was really cute. I thought he was really cute at the time. I start going around testing out the pianos and I'm like playing little songs. I'm playing songs to try to like gauge whether he knows what I'm doing. So for example, I started playing songs from Zelda. Then I moved on to doing like the Minecraft theme. I was doing like a beautiful rendition of the Minecraft theme on piano that I know. And that one got his attention. He came up, he was like, oh my God, is that the Minecraft theme? And I was like, yeah, it is. And he was like, oh my God, yeah, like I love that. And I was like, thanks. And then it got to the point where I needed more excuses to talk to this man. Clearly my piano playing wasn't seducing him. And also I had been at this store for probably an hour. No other customers walked in. And it's like a Tuesday at like 3 p.m. I decided to move on to, I needed to talk to him about the pianos, of course. So we got to talking and we were like testing some out. I had him play some stuff for me. It was romantic. It was definitely romantic. Like I was making him go around and test the pianos for me, even though I know damn well how to play the piano. But I was making him play the songs and tell me about each one. And I was like, well, what does this one have that this one doesn't? What is the benefits of getting this one instead of that one? What is the price difference on these? And finally, I landed on a piano. I landed on one. I was like, this one sounds so good. I really like this one. Then I sat down with him and his father, both of them. And then we started getting into the logistics. Like then it got serious. It went from like, okay, yes, I want a piano. This one seems really good to, okay, so this one's going to be $22,000. And you could do a down payment. And it was like I was buying a car. I quickly realized I was like, this is as if I'm buying a car. But like, I didn't want to chicken out because the hot guy was looking at me and he was like talking to me and I was like, well, I can't end this now. What do you mean? If I don't get the piano, then I can't ask him for his number. You know what I'm saying? So I just kept going with it. And then I was like, well, are we sure this is the one that, like, I swear to God, I was milking it. I got bold. I was like, okay, well, what's the best y'all could do for me? I was like, crunch the numbers. You give me a better number because I'm not paying $22,000. Let me know. So then I go to the back. I'm like playing on the showroom pianos, the special ones. Then we go back to the main showroom. I sit down with the guy. We're talking. I think he brought the price down to $17,000. And I genuinely almost considered doing it because, again, I needed to throw some cash to show that I was for real. And then I needed to get the number because I couldn't throw $17K and then get rejected. I knew that wasn't going to happen. So I started texting my mom about it. I was like, do you think I should do it? Obviously, she's like, what the fuck are you doing? In the corner of my eye, I see someone walk in. And it's a girl. And then the girl goes up to the guy and they start making out in the piano showroom. A fourth character has entered. A fourth character has been introduced. Immediately, I look at the guy and I say, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't think I'm ready to do this right now. And I leave. And I walked out. Keep in mind, they had printed paperwork. It was getting serious. It's as if I was about to put a mortgage down. The second I saw he had a girlfriend, I said, oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm ready. I'll call y'all though. I had been there for at least 3 hours. 3 hours trying to subliminally seduce this man and almost spending $22,000 all for him to have a girlfriend. Guys, I was down bad back in the day. I was really down bad. Like, there is no greater case of your unemployed friend on a Tuesday. Always check in on your unemployed friend because that's what they're doing. That's the shit I was doing. Everyone's like, moist is the worst word. It makes me so uncomfortable. Girl, moist, moist, moist. That word doesn't really bother me. Not to invalidate those who are bothered by the word moist. Sorry. Moist, 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 moist. But the word that bothers me these days is funky. What the hell is up with the word funky? Okay, sorry. This is why people shouldn't have podcasts. This is my first opportunity to sit here after this podcast has been released and birthed into the world and I've given my baby to you guys. And now I get to be honest and say, wow, you guys need to really give me some more views. I'm just kidding. But no, guys, for real, lock into realness. That's a good podcast name. Lock into realness. I'm about to start begging, so please forgive me. Swarovski. Please. Swarovski is coming out with a wicked Swarovski figurine collection. Now is the time. Now is the time to redeem yourself, Swarovski. If you want to get back on my good side, then hit me up. Call me. Swarovski. Please. If you guys have seen this, look at them. They're gorgeous. Where's the Nessa Rose Swarovski figurine, crystal figurine? Where's the Nessa Rose one? Where's the Bach? Swarovski? Yeah. You want to make Elphaba? You want to make Glinda? No. Bach. No. Nessa Rose. Where are they? So I'm upset about this because I know they're not going to send me one, but I really want one. I'll do a brand deal. I'll do anything. I'll do anything. Anything. I'll do anything. Please. Okay. Anyways, guys, next thing I want to talk about is Hey, y'all. Anyway, so next thing I want to talk about, guys, is an experience I had one time that I just remembered and it's just killing me. It's always a magical experience meeting your favorite YouTubers and seeing them in public. I'm kind of obviously quite tainted to it now. I've seen and met almost everyone that I could have ever wanted to meet and dreamt of meeting, and it's really awesome. YouTuber wise, not like everyone in general, but I've just met a lot of YouTubers and it's been really cool. But we have to talk about the first YouTuber I ever saw in real life. Actually, first celebrity too I ever saw in real life, because it was not who you'd expect, and it was a very fun experience. This was in 2016, I think. And this is important, the time and the era of my life I was in, because in 2016 I couldn't do normal things. I couldn't go outside. I couldn't walk my dog. I couldn't go to school, and I couldn't go to the store without people looking at me like I was a fucking freak. Because as you all know, this is what I looked like. These are the exact photos from the day that this all happened. And this was a day where my friend texted me when I woke up in the morning. She said, do you want to go to an event with me today at Urban Outfitters? I said, Urban Outfitters? Yes. This was when I was still in my Vineyard Vines era. So I actually remember I wore this teal long sleeve Vineyard Vines shirt because I thought that's what was cool. I thought that was what was trendy. Meanwhile, everyone else in the crowd for this event was dressed like Tumblr sickening leggings, fishnet skirt and top and gagging. Meanwhile, me in the corner, yes, wearing a bright teal Vineyard Vines shirt and jeans. Guys, my jeans, I think I should have a photo of this. I used to wear skinny jeans, but only in a certain way. I used to get skinny jeans, keep in mind, so tight already, but I said, I would roll them up. Not one time, not 2 times, not 3 times, not 4 times, 5 times. So the skinny jeans would be up to here. rolled up to my knees, thinking that it was trendy. Girl, you look like you have fucking capris on. You look like you have yoga leggings on. But it's what satisfied me, okay? It's what satisfied me. That's what I thought was cool. So that was my vibe. I had black skinny jeans on, rolled up 6 times to my knees, and a long sleeve Vineyard Vines neon teal shirt with straight frizzy fucking hair, acne worse than you've ever seen in your life, covered up horribly by Maybelline Fit Me Matte Full Coverage Foundation, and eyebrows as big as the Titanic at this Urban Outfitters event. And who did I go there to see? Oh, no other than Lauren from Fifth Harmony and, drumroll, Connor Franta. Connor Franta was a speaker at this event. What was this event for? I couldn't fucking tell you one thing. All I knew is this was my first time in life ever being within any like proximity whatsoever to any celebrity or YouTuber. I go to this event, Austin, Texas at Urban Outfitters in 2016 to see Connor Franta. And here's the thing. Remember how I used to always say that people would look at me weird because of my thick eyebrows? They wouldn't look at me like this. They would look at me like this. They wouldn't look at me like this. They would look at me like this because they were staring at my eyebrows. And if you were far away from me, they would just be staring at me because like they would have to get a full view of my face, thinking, what the fuck is going on with that person? Girl, all I remember from that day is sitting in the crowd and I kept making eye contact with Connor Franta on the stage when I was 13 years old because of my thick ass, ugly ass face and my ugly eyebrows that were throwing everyone off. Girl, I swear to God, I had that bitch stuttering. I swear to God, I had that bitch stuttering on stage because he was like, who the fuck is that freak in the neon teal t-shirt and big fat brows? I need to find the photo. I need to live react to this with y'all because I have not looked at this in a long time. I know I took a photo of him and I almost feel like in the photo he was staring at me because he was like, who the fuck is this troll taking photos of me? Yes, I found it. Okay, so this is a photo of me. This first one is a photo of me. Brows, period. Next one, right. Next one, oh, with my friend. Yes, my sickening friend. Yeah. Wait, realizing things. This iconic photo of me with my biggest eyebrows to date was taken 2 days after me seeing Connor Franta at Urban Outfitters. So he really got to see something that, honestly, he was in my presence now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, here's the video of him.
Out on YouTube, it just kind of happened along my journey.
Wait, bye. Not the beginning of the video, him giving side eye down. Girl, he was scared. I remember that whole time we just kept making eye contact. And to him, I have one thing to say. Connor Franta, if you're seeing this, I know you don't remember this, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I showed up to an event you were hosting. No, I mean, this is embarrassing at this point. This is embarrassing. See, this is the world that conservatives want. So I went to the Sweat Tour. It was the best tour, one of the best tours I've ever been to. And when I was at the Sweat Tour, I had an interaction that was a little bit unfavorable with a certain public figure. This public figure being a winner of RuPaul's Drag Race. And I'm not going to say which one. And thankfully there's like 97. So, you can guess in the comments. But I want to talk about this because they're the bitch. And you know what's sad? I was rooting for this person. I was team this person. And hey, then they were a bitch to me. So this was during the Sweat Tour. And I'm going to be honest, guys. Hey, I was drinking. Who else was drinking during the Sweat Tour? Yeah. And I had to pee a lot. Yeah, because I was drinking. And I was in like the middle of like the section row. So obviously, yeah, it's annoying. Okay, I get it. It's annoying. Sorry, my bladder is small and tiny and petite. And what am I supposed to do about that? Huh? What am I supposed to do? Cut it out? I'm not doing it. I think I only went to the bathroom twice during this show. So it wasn't even that bad. So I left for the second time. And keep in mind, every time I would go to my right. And it was just like a few girls and they were queens. Loved them. We were besties. We were dancing together. So they weren't pissed at me. So I went to the bathroom, did my little thing. Yeah. And then when I come back from the bathroom, I entered on the other side of the section. So my row is here. I kept going this way to leave. And then I came back this way. I left to go pee my second time. And then this time I went around and wanted to go back to my seat this way. Oh, I didn't get the chance to. Because tell me why I walk. And okay, yes, was this during 365, the performance of the song 365, hit song by Charlie XCX? Yeah, it was. But I don't give a damn. Sorry, I want to see it. Hey, let me see. I want to sit down on my seat and watch the performance, but no, I didn't get to, because after I arrived back from the bathroom, I went to the edge, the other side of my row, and that's where I see, oh, this bitch has been sitting next to me this whole time and I didn't even realize. And it was the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race season blank. I look at them and I'm like, can you let me in? And I'm not kidding. This person, this bitch goes and ignores me. And ignores me. And hey, die. It was so bad. Their reaction and their response was so rude, and they just didn't get out of the way to let me into my seat, that I just went around. I had to literally exit, go back up the stairs, go around, go back down, and scoot through the way I came. Hey, I'm sorry. Have you never peed in your life? I'm really glad that you've never taken a piss in your whole fucking life. That's really awesome. So yeah. Who is drinking kombucha? Who is drinking kombucha? If you drink kombucha, hey, let's talk. Hey, why is there living bacteria folds of skin needed to make kombucha? I'm not putting that together. Why is there a drink invented, sold for $20 at Whole Foods by the jar? Yes, jar, because of course it's sold in a jar. That millennial ass shit. We are young. That's what kombucha is. We are young. Why are you drinking that shit? You're drinking bacteria juice? Okay, yeah, you want to drink bacteria juice that tastes like vinegar and shit from a butt. Piss from a hole. Like, I'm sorry. Get it to 1 million likes. So it's at like, that's my highest liked Instagram photo of me wearing this. It's at like 900 something thousand. Hey, where do those people go? Something else we need to talk about. Demi Lovato. Done. I'm done. Because it's the non-binary erasure. It's the non-binaries. Where are they? Demi Lovato said that they stopped being non-binary because it was too hard. And we don't talk about this enough. We don't talk about how Demi Lovato stopped being non-binary because it was too hard. If there were people like Demi Lovato being non-binary, how many more people were like that we just haven't caught, that are living in the shadows? The fake non-binaries. We need to be scared of them because what the hell? I think people like Demi Lovato who were like, but I don't want to invalidate Demi because it's like, are you non-binary or not? I'm confused. How do you just stop being non-binary? I don't get it. What I was going to say, and I'm going to say it in a respectful way, is a lot of conservatives like use non-binary people as like a weapon against the LGBTQ plus community, which I think is wrong because I do think non-binary people exist and I love that for them. But when there's people like Demi, don't get me started on Demi because you're making us look bad because the conservative shift. Okay. Y'all, I've just been on a struggle bus. Struggle bus, one stop, one way, my house. Where do I get off? The struggle bus stop. That's where I get off. Should I call a psychic? Like maybe that's what I need. I feel like I need some real clairvoyant energy in my life. I need to really be intercepted. I need to know the truth. Let's call a psychic. Wait, can I really call her right now? Am I really about to do a psychic call-in on the Not Thriving podcast? Wait, did I just order? Wait, I'll be charged how much money? Oh, $20.
We are transferring you to your psychic.
Guys, I'm freaking out.
You are now connected.
Hi there. I've never done this before, so I wanted to just try it out. I was feeling curious today.
What I'd like for you to do right now is just focus and then tell me when you're ready.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I do see right now that there's a lot of, I want to say, turmoil going on with you. There's going to be some papers coming for you in about 7 or 8 months' time. And these papers are going to have to do with a financial situation. But it's not going to be about you giving money, but more along the lines of you receiving some money. Now, there's going to be a man that's going to be approaching you in a face-to-face, very unexpected meeting. And it's telling me that he's going to want to have a relationship with you. Now, you may tell me you're involved with someone you married, whatever the case may be. but you will be disconnecting from someone in order to prepare for this new person that I see that will be approaching you. I can only tell you what I see coming, and I can't stop what is to come. That would be up to you.
I mean, is there anything different I should be doing or with my job, or should I work harder, or should I, just relax?
No, what you're going to see is that there are going to be a couple of people that are going to be let go, and others are going to be offered opportunities to advance. And that's where I see that you come in. Nothing but positive change that's coming for you. Let the energy flow, and don't bring anything from the past into the present, because it will block your future.
Okay, that's lovely. Well, thank you. This was very fun.
You're very welcome. You have a great evening. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Please, the nothing burger. Hello? What the hell? What the hell? There's so much to unpack. Guys, I just talked to my first ever psychic. And she sucked. She fucking sucked. I'm upset though, because she bored me to fucking death. I'm sorry. I'm gonna accept her news. I will say, she kind of cooked a little. Here's the thing. She said in the next, what'd she say, 12 to 16 months? I'm gonna have to re-listen. A move will be presented to me. And it's an option. Okay, wait. I'm realizing now that literally everything she said was just generic crap. She said, well, there's a new man coming. You'll meet him, but you might have to break up with your man. So you might be with him or you might not. And you might get the opportunity to move in 12 months, within the next 12 months, but it's an option. And hey, with your job, you something may happen and you may get some papers. And yeah. I don't know what to make of any of that. I think that she did cook though. Okay, but then again, I'm like, she cooked, but bitch, anyone on the street could have told me what she just said. And I just paid her $20. My financial ruin just got worse. And then she's saying all this about position. Oh, I'll get a better position with more money. Mama, what position? Positions by Ariana Grande? I don't know. That's the only position in my life because, hey, this is my job. I'm going to have to re-listen to this when I'm editing this and really unpack it. But what I think just happened was something really cool. I think that I was just scammed out of $20. I think that's what just happened. I love an Airbnb. Here's the thing though. These days, it's $7,000 to spend 2 hours at an Airbnb. Oh, you want to sleep in an Airbnb for 3 days? Okay. 30,000. Period. 30,000? Yeah. Where's my boat? Where's my white friends? Where are my things? Where is my hot dog? I want a hot dog. I don't even eat meat, but I would have done it. If it meant I could go on a fucking boat. I would have done a lot of things to go on a boat yesterday. So yeah, it's sad. And everyone start to feel bad for me, please. Let's start feeling bad maxing for me. Feeling bad for Antonio Garza maxing. I think it's going to be in the new trend. No more doom scrolling 2025. Say it with me. No more doom scrolling. There was a commotion because there was a bunch of people around me. And this girl walks by and she said, "Who the fuck is that?" I said, okay, I didn't say that. I don't know what that is. I said, well, who the fuck are you? Okay, I didn't say that either. But I wish I would have, because I didn't stand up for myself, because obviously I had to keep it cool. As that was happening, I was talking to someone who, they came up to me, and yes, once again, we're going to talk about my age really quick, but this is an all-time high. Sorry, I choked because I'm so pissed. He started out the conversation by saying, dead serious, said, "I've loved you since 2016. And I said, okay. I don't rebuke anymore. I'm not going to fight back. I'm just going to say, okay. I let him have it. But then he said something that I'm still trying to decipher to this day. It's quantum physics is what's going to have to be used to really decipher this sentence, because it doesn't make sense. He said, "I've loved you since I was 13 years old." This man has grown in a club drinking. Not just that. Looked about 30. And no offense, because he thought I was old. So, hey, no offense. It's right back at you. I said, what? I said, how old are you? He said, oh, I'm 26. Huh? I looked at him dead in the face and I said, I'm not letting this one slide. Not today, not here on this day. I said, one, that doesn't make sense. I said, I'm quite literally 21 years old and I started YouTube when I was 16. And he was like, oh. And he was all confused. And I'm like, okay. So I left it there. Because then I got cussed out by that girl who said she said, who the fuck is that? I said, oh. I said, I have to go. And I had to go. I one time went to a Landon Barker music release event. And at this event, I saw many influencers. I don't know why I went. I saw Alabama Barker there. Let's wake this up. But I went with my friend Mario. I saw a bunch of people there. I saw Spensois, is who I remember specifically because he had a similar experience to me at this event where a random man came up to me. I'll never forget. So I was at the bar trying to get a drink and then this guy came up to me and he had the energy of like a fan. This situation was kind of weird because he was wearing like a full black sweatsuit and like a mask, like very odd. And he kind of had the vibe of like maybe he wasn't fully keeping up with himself, you know, like messy hairish a little bit. He had a nice energy at first, but then he kind of trapped me into a conversation. Like, you know, social etiquette, probably, you know, if you don't know someone and if you are coming up to them, asking them, you know, for a photo or if you know, admire their work, maybe you don't trap them in a conversation. You kind of just like keep it cute and see if they're interested. You know, most people do that naturally without thinking, but this guy was kind of trapping me into a conversation, which I was fine with until he started bringing up the Rapture. Keep in mind, Landon Barker in the background, like on his guitar, like, you know, Alabama above me on like a little balcony, dancing with like a bodycon dress on. You know what I'm saying? So the vibes were odd. This man tells me about the Rapture. He says, do you know what the Rapture is? And me being uneducated, I said, no, I don't know what that is. And then he said, the Rapture is coming and I'm going to protect you. He proceeds to get on his hands and knees. Keep in mind, this is like a club environment. Hands and knees, starts bowing down to me. Bowing. And it went on for a long time. And I was just trying to laugh it off and be like, 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 oh my God, that's so funny. Like, oh, thanks. Like, no, you're too much. But then he just kept going and he just kept bowing to me. And so then I thought, okay, so this is going from haha to what to to I'm going to die. So I got scared. And then eventually I had to kind of just run away from him. And then turns out he did that to Spensois also. We had the same exact experience. He also bowed for Spensois. So honestly, what did I learn from this? And what's the point of this story? That the Rapture is coming and that me and Spensois are safe. The rest of y'all, good luck. What is the Rapture? I think this is wrong. The event where all living and dead believers in Christ are caught up to meet him in the air and will be with him forever. So I guess the non-Jesus people die. Let's see. Known as the Great Tribulation. Okay, so the Great Tribulation. During this period, many Christians believe the world will experience suffering and judgment before the final return of Jesus Christ. Okay, so... Okay. Yay! Okay. I know every single one of y'all is thinking right now in your little brain, you're thinking, who the hell would want to human traffic me? Guys, trust. Everyone wants a piece of this. I was at a lookout point in Los Angeles, like one of those little lookouts where like you drive up to the mountain and you like look over the view of LA. If you're from Southern California, you might know about this. Well, I was doing one of those with my friend. We were about 17, 18. And this man came up to us and was like, he was like really into our like tea. Like he really wanted like a tease of us. And we kept telling him, we were like, we're minors. And he was like, I don't care. He was like, when do you turn 18? And then he asked us to go and like get some food with him. I'm like, sir, I drove here in a Tesla. You think I'm going to go in the back of your pickup truck with 6 other people in it? I'm not going to be doing that. In the back of the truck was this woman. And she had a devious stare in her eyes and she looked just like this, but she was staring at us during the whole conversation. Like they were together. And I remember asking him, I was like, who is that lady and why is she staring at us? And he was like, that's just my friend. Oh, babe, we were about to get trafficked. So yeah, anyways, hey guys, welcome to Not Thriving episode 16. I met someone really crazy. Yes, let's shit talk some people. Let's do it, because I don't know how many times we're going to have the opportunity to do this. This was my one place where I could really talk shit about anyone and I could say whatever I wanted and it wouldn't really matter because no one watched this podcast. So, okay, I'm lying. Obviously, a lot of y'all watch this podcast, but no one clipped it. I could literally say like 9/11 was fake and no one's clipping it. Like no one's clipping my podcast. I've said so many incriminating, horrible things about so many people and no one cares. So today I'm going to do it once again. I met Michaela Noguera, and let's talk about her really quick. One, everyone's probably wondering, does this girl Okay, if you don't know who that is, it's a makeup influencer TikToker. If you don't know. And for all my audio listeners, hey. Okay. So I saw her at an event. It was for the brand Tier because they were doing like a hosting launch event, something. I think they're coming to America. Hey, not sponsored, by the way. So I saw Michaela there, and y'all are probably wondering, does she look the same as she does in her TikToks? Because this is a big topic of conversation online around the beauty gurus. Anyone who's into makeup content, you've seen Michaela and you've seen people talking about her. I'm gonna set the rumor straight. One thing I will say is that she looked so beautiful. What was I gonna say? Gorgeous. She looked so gorgeous. She looked amazing. And like for all the bitches who are out here saying things like, oh, it's fillers, it's makeup, it's this and that. No, it's Ozempic. Okay. But she looks amazing. No, actually, no, it's not Ozempic. I think she said that she wasn't on Ozempic. Okay, see, and like me talking about influencers on Ozempic is reason number one why I'm quitting this podcast. Okay, anyways, enough of that. Oh, no, actually, we're just starting that, so not enough of it. So I met Michaela, and she looked really, really pretty. She looked so gorgeous, and she was very kind. I couldn't tell if she knew who I was or not because she was asking me conflicting questions. She was saying things like, oh, you've been on the internet for so long, haven't you? And I'm like, yeah. Okay, I was like, okay, she knows who I am. And then she says, what kind of videos do you make? I said, oh, well, how did you know that? Well, it's not like I'm doing multiple things. Like I've only ever done one thing in my goddamn life, and it's this. Not this. Well, this too, but this. You know, like it's mostly makeup videos that I'm known for. So I was really confused. I was like, does she know who the hell I am? But anyways, in the midst of this, there was something that she said that really gagged me, and I need to talk about it today. I said, yeah, I've been on the internet since I was 16 and now I'm 22. So it feels like I've been on the internet forever. But like in reality, I'm not as much of a grandma as I think I am. And she was like, you're 22? I was like, oh, yeah, yeah, she said, oh, you're unk. Oh, hey. Yeah, so apparently I'm chopped in unk, which, hey, I'm looking around the room for something new. There's nothing because we knew this. We knew that I was chopped in unk. But I got confirmation from Michaela herself. But it's like, what if I did that to her? What if I did that to her? What if it was you? If I went up to her and I said, you're 26? Like, no one wants that. Okay, but I was going to say no offense, but like a little, you know? Like, hey, final episode of Not Thriving. Let's be honest here. A little offense taken. But I'm just joking around. I'm just joshing. I'm just squeezing your buns. Also, I have ads on this podcast. Who's excited for me? I haven't even talked about that. Yay! I'm still broke. Okay. Anyways, so don't go on TikTok past 3 a.m. challenge tag. But I've been doing it, and it doesn't feel good. Suddenly it's ghosts. Suddenly it's demons are real. Demon everything, and the Sasquatch lives next door. I'm concerned for these brands. Is the market tactic at this point just like, okay, well, I guess we have $1 million to spend, so what do we do with it? Should we just throw it over there? Should we just shit some out over here? Like, what is the ROI for sending 12 micro influencers to Coachella? I don't get it. Like, in every video, they're all like, oh, I was so blessed to be sent here by Advil and Sally Hansen toenail clippings. And it's like, okay, I'm not buying that because they sent you to Coachella. If anything, I'm not buying nothing, period. Because we're all broke. I'm broke. But even if that wasn't the case, even if I wasn't broke, I'm like, what do y'all think that sending Susie Lynn and Alex Earl to the Revolve Festival Munchausen house, that's not going to make me want to buy anything from any of these brands. Just because I see Laura Lee doing a Miralax brand deal at the Revolve House Festival booth doesn't mean I want to buy Miralax. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand the point. And am I dumb? Yes. Am I confused? Maybe. And am I pissed? Absolutely. Like, I just don't get it. Then I'm like, yeah, why the fuck are people questioning Addison and her vibe? Her vibe is sickening. Her vibe is such a vibe. Okay. Shut up. And honestly, make podcast equipment like not even more expensive, just inaccessible. I have this letter that I wrote myself. I wrote to myself in freshman year. It's something I wrote for myself to read in the future, and I want to read it because I have a feeling it's going to be really special. Let's read this. Oh my God. Senior self letter. Okay, first thing that's cracking me up about this is that I said senior Delph letter. So we're already off to a bad start, I think. Dear me as a senior, it's me, Antonio. How are you? In this first paragraph, I'm supposed to write about all my goals and aspirations for the future, and to be honest, I have a lot of them. First of all, want to pass every single class with a grade above an 85, preferably above a 90. Okay, well, newsflash, you failed out of high school and then dropped out. I also really want a car by junior year. Okay, so immediately I'm giving a very materialistic vibe. But you know what? The funny part is that I did have a car by the time I was in junior year. So, well, I dropped out again. So I said I need to be speeding all around town, finessing everyone in my sight. Okay. Oh, and also go to college. Right. Totally. No, yeah, for sure. I don't like to plan too far into the future, but I do have a plan of becoming a successful YouTuber. And I really want to become a YouTuber in the near future, but that's a lot of work. So we'll see. I didn't even know that I talked about that in this. That is crazy. That's crazy that I manifested that. I had a feeling in my heart. Like I really did. But this is before I ever made a YouTube video. Let's keep going. I'm gonna speed through the rest of this. So currently that Donald bitch is our president. And hopefully things have gotten better by the time you open this letter. That is crazy. That's crazy. I don't know if they've gotten better. I don't know if things have gotten better. I really don't know. Wow, that is crazy. Okay, sorry. But who would have thought, you know? Who would have thought? Anyways, I want to discuss how I'm concerned for my well-being in high school. It's week 4 currently. Okay, so I wrote this right when I entered high school. It's week 4 currently, and I've thankfully gotten no death threats. And I've gotten into minor drama, but I don't think this peaceful streak will last much longer. Okay. Drama. So drama. I loved the drama. I was the drama, honestly. But, you know, it's true. I actually did have death threats in high school from, I actually don't even know who I got. Someone told me they were going to end my life. But no big deal. No biggie. But anyways, I want my 4 years of high school to be filled with memories that I can always look back on, period. Next sentence, I'm concerned for you. What the hell does that mean? What does that mean? I wonder what you will have gone through. Probs a lot. Okay, so I don't think this was like spell checked because like what the hell am I saying probs a lot? Probably a lot. Well, I have gone through a lot. Oh my God. Okay, next sentence after probs a lot is just make a good storytime video on YouTube about how crazy our life is and get those views. That's crazy. Okay. Wow. Good job, me, for really setting myself up for success in this very moment. Thank you. Right now I'm 5'10" or so, and I have that fleeky makeup, you know? I can't wait to see my makeup skills in senior year. I'm finna be fleek. What the hell? I'm period, finna period, be period, fleek. My number one interest is makeup and hair and nails and stuff, you know? No spelled K-N-O. Like, I always like say to myself, like, well, it's fine. I dropped out of high school. I was a really smart kid. Anyways, you're a loser. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting lost. I'm really getting lost. Help. Okay. I lastly just want to say that I hope you're happy where you are right now. Wait, that's so sweet. Wait, who's gonna cry? Oh my God, that's so sweet. I am happy. Like enough, like happy enough, I guess. Like, I don't really know. I seriously can't imagine what my life will be like in 4 years. And to think that the next time I will be reading this is in 2021 is crazy to me. Keep stunting on those hoes. Sincerely, Antonio Garza. Try this one, 2024, okay? Y'all were so nice to me. I didn't see a single mean thing. Y'all were so kind. And I just love y'all so much. And I'm truly so okay. Really? Like my lights are just dying. Like the world is pissed at me. What I do? Doing this podcast, I feel like... No. Don't do it. Sorry. I don't know what was that. And that wasn't me. That wasn't me. Because of you guys, through doing this podcast and creating this community, but also just being able to express myself freely and openly, I feel like I've truly been able to find myself in a way that I haven't in so long. And it's in moments like where I'm at right now, where I really get to look at the whole thing that I've done and everything that I put into this. And I could be so real in saying that, like, it's just, like, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for watching. And the biggest, most genuine, most heartfelt, most squishy hug from me to you. That was this episode of Not Thriving. Bye, guys. Bye. Love you guys. Bye. Guys, if you think I'm beautiful, give this a like. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Thanks for watching this episode. Bye. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. I hope it was good. Love you guys. Loving you guys the mostest. Blessings to you all. Recommend this podcast to your friends. Like and subscribe. Okay, like enough. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Catch up with me next time. Goodbye, you guys. Love y'all so much. And thank you for everything.